Do you want lovin's? Is that the thing? Huh? What's the matter? What's the matter, baby girl? Hmm? Hey, no, it's okay, baby girl. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Here's my baby girl. Yeah, I love you. I do. You're my sweetie. You're my sweet girl. Yes, you are. Arr, ruff, ruff, ruff. Arr, ruff, 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 ruff. Arr, ruff, 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 ruff. Arr, ruff, ruff. You want to go out? Do you gotta go out? Since you just stayed, huh? Come here. You want to go out? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. No, give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Mwah. Yeah, there's my good girl. Okay. Come on. Come on. There you go. Come on. got less than this. I was wondering where that was. I had no idea it was you. So no, I haven't seen it. Sorry. Well, I don't need them now. Thank you, though. Fuck, sorry. I know I shouldn't be away that long. Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I'm doing pretty good today.
Can you hear me?
How about you?
Oh, I'm doing alright.
Yeah, we had a really good group this morning for men's group. We had a breakfast for people to bring stuff in if they could, or just show up and eat if they couldn't bring anything. And
Yeah.
I brought
Yeah.
donuts, a dozen donuts from a donut shop. I was thinking about going by Quick Trip because they're cheaper, but I was like, I don't want Quick Trip donuts because I don't mind those when I'm working, and Quick Trip is like working lunch kind of food because there's always flies everywhere and fucking it's just kind of like a place you go for a quick, cheap food when you don't want to go to McDonald's because they got everything like water and shit when you're working construction.
Yeah.
So I went to an actual donut shop and spent money on these. I spent like $20 on donuts, and then some other dude comes in like late to group with a bag full of bags of Quick Trip donuts, and at first I got pissed because I was like, what the fuck? Mark knew I was bringing donuts, and this guy said that Mark knew that he was bringing donuts, so why didn't Mark tell him not to? And I was kind of mad at first. And then I realized, like, hey, that guy was just trying to be a brother and bring in some food that he could afford. A breakfast food that's pretty much a staple that everyone wants. And I only brought 1 dozen in, so I should be grateful that he brought some in, you know? So I had to kind of check my attitude, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I get you too.
Yeah.
I get you in the same sense, but it's, you know. But I do like donuts from a donut shop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are way better.
Yeah, they're like way better. 100%.
And that's why I went to the shop. And see, the thing is I almost didn't show up today. I set my alarm for 7 o'clock a.m. and it did not go off. Because when I sleep through my alarm, it tells me you have this many missed alarms. Because it'll usually go off 3 times every 5 minutes if you don't turn it off. And tell you you have 3 missed alarms or whatever. I didn't have any missed alarms. Oh, here's the real fucking drug. I got a bag full of ecstasy. Got some Skittles right here.
You have ecstasy, Cody?
No, you're not watching my stream, are you?
No, I am. I just put it on. You actually have a bag of Skittles. I was like, Cody.
No, I was like, Skittles. I was just saying that my friends got raided one time, and this is why I say the raid on Mar-a-Lago that Trump got raided, that wasn't a fucking raid. Dude, a raid is when
they just pop out of nowhere with guns all out.
A huge squadron of guys, like 10 to 50 guys, bust into your house through the door, through the windows, through the back door.
Dog.
Exactly. They shoot your fucking dog. They hold your kids and your family at fucking long rifle automatic gunpoint and destroy your house, going through every single thing, ripping drawers out, dumping them out, not picking up after themselves, usually stealing shit from themselves.
I know a lot of cops steal money and like drugs and stuff.
Yeah, these cops got caught. I'm gonna look it up because it's actually a really good video.
Yeah, but I was like hearing about that recently, and then Trump's got like 37 or 30 something charges against him.
Oh, he's fucked, dude.
I don't think he's gonna go to jail. He's like one of the,
I feel the same, but he's fucked. He's not gonna be able to outrun this. He's probably gonna be on house arrest or probation for like 10 years or something like that. And I'm with you. I feel like he's not going to jail, even though any normal person in this circumstance would go to jail for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
But, like, his own attorneys are quitting. He just had 2 attorneys quit. And it's probably because he keeps asking them to do illegal shit. And they're like, look, bro, I cannot do illegal shit for you. And so all these attorneys, because of him asking them to do illegal things, that breaks attorney-client privilege. That nullifies it.
They can't do with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So him asking them to do,
like, throw away the document.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he told his attorney. He said, just pick them out and throw them away and destroy them. Get rid of them.
Yeah, I was listening to the news and like reading stuff about that this morning, and then the day before that too. So we're gonna see how he's getting charged today. So I'm just gonna wait for the news tonight and see what's going on.
Yeah. And I mean,
It's
dude,
fucking
he's
insane though.
here. It
Fucking
is
insane.
here.
Oh, Hamachito. Sorry, my cat just curled up in my lap. Oh, my little baby.
Oh, that's okay. That's
Oh,
sweet.
Hamachito, te quiero mucho, querido. Oh, está lindo, mi baby. There you go. He's so cute.
Oh,
Earlier, I was asleep, and I woke up with him laying on my chest. And he had
Yeah.
his back feet on my face, which is purring. I swear if he could laugh, he would, but he just kept hitting my face with his back feet and just like
Aw.
looking at me, going. I'm like, ow, ow,
He's
ow.
like, it's time for you to wake up. Don't you know that? I want someone to give me attention.
Yeah. Yeah, I got
puppy.
woken up to my kitty's back feet.
Oh,
I'm just glad he didn't fart.
there's my sweet girl. There's my sweet puppy. I love you. Oh.
Again, I swear animals would like fucking laugh if they could.
Yeah.
But they just, I think they have
My
a sense of
dog
humor,
knows
too.
when she's being mischievous.
Fishing yesterday, I had a swan. There's a big pond that me and my husband and my stepson like to go fishing at, right?
Yeah.
And the swan started like slapping its feet on the ground and then started like lifting off and just smacking the water and going ow, 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 ow.
Yeah.
And then it came towards me and I wasn't even anywhere near it. I was like
Dude.
across the half of the pond.
They're
And then it
mean.
started looking at me and I was like, motherfucker, if I wanted to, I'd grab you by the neck. And then the thing started bobbing its head around,
Yep.
and I lifted my arms up to make myself look bigger. And then it started swimming away calmly after that.
That's
And I
how
started
my
screaming at
grandma
it.
and my great grandma used to kill chickens. They'd
Those
grab
chickens are
them.
pretty aggressive.
They'd
Yeah.
grab them by the neck and just twist them and their necks would break and their heads would pop off.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that from like a movie. It wasn't a real chicken, but like in Mexico and stuff. But
Yeah.
my dad, when I was in Puerto Rico,
Quick and
I was
painless
17,
death.
He knows how to use a machete, so he would just chop the rooster or chicken's head off,
Yep.
and then dip the body in hot water, and then start stripping all the feathers off like really quick. And I
Yeah.
was like, holy shit.
Fresh chicken is apparently really fucking good. And
Oh,
sometimes
fresh chicken is amazing. It's amazing.
if the chickens were giving them problem, they would step on their neck and hit it with a stick or something just to break it,
Yeah.
or with a hatchet if they had one to cut it. But
Machetes for days, dude. Machetes for days. I've seen people twist chickens around in videos before. I'm like, ooh, whoa, okay. But
Yeah,
the
it's-
thing is, if you're gonna eat, you're gonna eat. Like,
Yeah,
animals die.
and that's a
so-
super quick and painless death that they
Yeah.
don't even know it's coming, you know?
Yeah. You know the chickens still like run around and flutter around, and then like
After their heads
just,
are
like,
off,
gasping
yeah.
For air. They like start gasping for air, and it's kind of brutal, but at the same time, like. as
Yeah,
long
but
as you
without a
use it and
brain,
eat it,
they
yeah.
can't process the pain. Even if they can feel it, it's just an automatic response that they're trying to run away to get away from whatever would be causing the pain, because they don't have a brain anymore to tell them that it doesn't matter what you do, you're dead.
Yeah. So it's just, yeah. I mean, I got it. Jamoncito.
But they lived on a farm. That's how they
my God.
survived. They grew their own livestock and their own food. And they would trap rabbits and sell them for their pelts for 50 cents a piece before they went to school. Well, not before they went to school. They would go check all the traps and bring all the rabbits, kill the rabbits and bring them in to their dad, and their dad would go sell them at market, and they would go to school.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
My parents tell me they caught their, like, my mom was telling me they caught their own frogs and stuff. My dad said, because my husband loves fishing. I got to show you more of my fishing pictures. The more, in the other Discords, you'll see me with my fishing pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
My stepson and my husband. And my dad was like, ho ho ho, you spend so much money on fishing gear. We used to catch them in the river in Puerto Rico with our hands. And I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, Lake Michigan is not a river in Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah, no shit. You don't want to be fucking getting in there and standing in there for too long.
You can't. Well, that and Lake Michigan, you're gonna drown.
Yeah, and it's like a tiny ocean, dude. That I've heard the waves are like crazy and dangerous in there, because they can come from fucking nowhere and be huge and sweep you out in that cold water.
Yeah, I was reading something that in Lake Michigan, it's actually more dangerous swimming in there than the ocean because it's more concentrated water, and then you get more riptides or undertows and stuff where it can just pull you out. And like every year, people like to jump off the piers by the lighthouses by where I live.
It's fucking dangerous.
Michigan, and like they'll just like
they never find them again.
Hypothermia or shock and die, or they can just get pulled out and then they find like their body a couple of days.
Yeah, it's not easy to keep the breath in your lungs when you jump into cold water. I used to do it to protect myself, so I knew if I ever fell in cold water, I'd know what to do. I used to jump in, because I grew up at the lake when I was a kid. My grandparents lived there, and I would jump in the cold water and make sure I held my breath, dude. But when you get submerged in that cold water instantly, and you instantly go from comfortable to freezing, it makes you want to scream and let all your breath out. It's scary.
Yeah. Sometimes when I get cold, like hit with like too much cold, because I don't really like being cold, but I'm like so used to living like in Michigan and stuff. But like sometimes when it's hit me all at once, all I want to do is curl up and go.
Yeah. And I used to tie rocks around me, like really big rocks, like cinder blocks and rocks that were that big, and jumping off the end of the dock. I'd hold them and then I'd jump off the end of the dock and they'd be tied to me, and the end of the dock, the water was deeper than me. So if I couldn't swim, I was gonna drown. And I didn't start jumping off the dock. I started walking in from the shore, but once I knew I could swim with these weights attached to me, then I would challenge myself by holding them and jumping into the water. Like I'd hold 2 cinder blocks that were tied around my waist and or my chest, and I would hold them and jump into the water until I sank to the bottom, and then swim up to the top and swim around. And I had knives in my pocket, so I could have cut the rope if I had to, but I just wanted to train myself. And a lot of it stemmed because I always loved swimming. I've always been a very, very strong swimmer. But one time when I went to the ocean, man, I underestimated the power of that giant body of water when I went to Florida in the Atlantic Ocean. They told me not to swim out too far because the tide can pull you out. And I was like, well, I'll just swim against it towards shore.
And sharks and shit.
But, dude, it happens so fast. And the power of the water, the waves, water weighs a lot. You know, so when you're surrounded by it and it's rough, it throws you around. It feels like getting thrown around in a roller coaster.
Oh yeah, I remember like Michigan, like when like it would be like after like a big storm and the waves were like 10 feet tall or something. We would like purposely like try to jump through it, and then sometimes we could
Yeah.
swim through the waves, but other times it would just like make us roll around and like hit the bottom of the lake or by the beach. It
Yeah,
wasn't like
and
that too far
you
out, and
hit
then we would just
hard
tumble around and
too.
get back up, and I'm like like have a bunch of like water in
Yeah.
my nose and my lungs. I'm like
But what the fuck? Hold on a sec.
no problems.
You alright? My dad's leaving. He's going somewhere. He was backing out of the garage, and it sounded like he hit the garage or the garage wall or something. But I guess it was his mirror. His mirrors fold in and out. So if they get hit, they fold in instead of break. Because he's got a really nice Silverado. It's a big blue 2010 Silverado. And I think it just went to over 100,000 miles. Huh?
Is this heavy?
Yeah. And it's got a really awesome shell over the back of it, of the bed. So
like the truck,
we could camp in it or whatever. Huh?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a really nice truck. And it's a 2010, I think. And it just now, like a few months ago, rolled over 100,000 miles.
There we go. I know.
So he's driven less than 10,000 miles a year. Huh?
I said I know the older ones are better than the newer ones. The newer ones are caca. I've been reading about people, not all Fords or not all Chevys, but or like GM cars, but like their
this
car
one's great.
at 40,000 miles just stalls out and breaks.
I fucking hate that. I got an 03 Impala that's still running really fucking well because we've taken care of it. My grandmother bought it brand new. Her and my grandfather bought it when it was brand new. And they have taken such good care of the car. And she let me buy it from her, which was amazing because they gave me, when my grandfather died, they gave me his car. And I wasn't paying attention to the temperature sensor because I was in withdrawal and I was going up to the city. It was when I lived down in Warsaw in Osage Beach. And I was really jonesing and in really bad withdrawal. And I was flying up to the city to get some dope. And I blew the engine up and got stuck in the city. And had to have my dad come back down to the city to bring me back to Warsaw, and we had to sell the car, and he was so pissed because that was the car. My grandpa loved that car. I washed that car for him so many fucking times and cleaned it out for him, detailed it for him so many times, and that's why he gave it to me when he died. That's why he didn't want anyone else to have it. He wanted me to have it. And because I was really, really close with him. They moved, when we moved to Raymore out of Kansas City, they moved with us just in the neighborhood right next to us, just a few minute walk away. So I've always been very, very close with those grandparents. And so I didn't think I was going to get the Impala because I don't know if they've forgiven me still for destroying Papa's car because it was a really nice car too. They took really good care of their shit, and it was a nice car. It was an old Mercury, a '94.
Old Mercury Sables from like the late '90s, early 2000s were like actually really good cars.
Not a Sable. What was it? It was a '94.
Oh, I thought it was newer.
No, it was a '94. I think it was a Mercury, or it was a big ass boat car. I can't remember what it was called.
Land yachts. Land yachts.
Let me look it up.
You get me when I mean land yachts. That's what they call them.
Yeah. It was. It was like hard to pull into small parking spots. It was a car that they made two different versions of it. They were both the same car, but they called them two different things for two different manufacturers. Like GM called theirs one, and Ford called theirs another one.
Yeah. No, I used to have a Chevy Impala. It was like an '04. And then before that, I had two Oldsmobiles. They were called the 88s. Remember, there was like an 88, 89, 98. But that wasn't the year. That's what they were just called. And they were like 6-seaters, like that big. And then,
this is it. Right here. If you're looking at my live.
I am. I'm looking at your live, dude.
This right here is the car. That's the color. That's the everything. And it was in super good condition, and I fucking blew the engine up. And like it really hurt Dad. It really hurt him, cause Papa really wanted me to have that car.
Yeah.
And because I was jonesing, I fucking blew the engine up. But by the time Mima sold me the Impala, I had been clean for years. So she trusted me. And because I was like the only grandson that ever went over there to help her, if she needed to move furniture, I'd be there. If she needed her lawn mowed, I'd be there. If she just wanted to talk, I'd be there. If she needed any work done at all, I'd be there. My dad and I put in a new water heater for her. We put in new washer and dryer for her. We did all the work on the house.
See, that's nice. That's what family's supposed to do for each other, right?
I was growing up with family being first.
Yeah, yeah.
Both sides of my family are very, very close and loving.
I love that. I don't have that with all my family, but it took me a while to understand that you're gonna have good family, and then the family that's not good to you, there's nothing to do about it. But then
there's
you
some
can also
family
have
that
are not related to you, like your friends and stuff.
Yeah. There are still some family that think they're too good for me.
Yeah, I guess
they think I'm just a loser junkie, and that's all I'll ever be.
No, Cody, you're so much more. You're a great person.
I appreciate that.
I think you're very sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, when we were talking about group the other day, it was last week, about some of our biggest character defects and how to identify them. And I said, hands down, my biggest character defect is my anger. And it's something that I have to constantly work on. I'm constantly working on my anger. And how to not present myself to be an angry bastard that no one wants to be around, And everybody in group was like, nah, I don't believe that, Cody. And I'm like, I'm not kidding. And they're like, I cannot imagine you getting angry at anybody. I've never seen it, and I just can't imagine that. And I was sometimes it's hard for me to hold my tongue, like when I apologized to him later, but this one guy came and he was following me too close to my bumper, and it was really pissing me off because we were both going to the clinic, and I park like on the other side of the clinic so that, because there's a lot of older people and they might need to park closer to get in because there's a lot of handicapped people there. And he parked close and he tried really hard. He ran to the door so he could get in line in front of me. And when I got in there, I was like, hey bro, would you not follow me so close? I don't appreciate that. And he goes, well, I didn't think you were going to slow down like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? That's not what I said. I asked you not to follow me fucking so close. That's all I fucking asked. I didn't ask for your fucking excuses. And I flipped out on him.
Yeah.
And I apologized later because I was pissed because this clinic, it's up a hill. So both the driveways that you go into it are really fucking steep. So if you go up them fast, you will bottom out every time. Unless you have like a big
that's
truck.
Not good for your car.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I slow down when I go to them. And you can't even go at it straight on. Even when I leave, I have to leave at an angle. You have to go at the perfect angle and you have to go really slow or else the bottom of your car will drag. And he has to know that because he goes up that thing every day. So of course I'm going to slow down when there's a giant fucking hill with a super steep gradient in front of me. And I was pissed because all I said was, please don't get so close to me. Because this car I have, my Impala, I'm so proud of it. I take such good care of it. I do everything I can, and I don't want anything to happen to it. Mima only made me pay $2,000 for it, and it's worth way the fuck more than that because of how good a condition it is in. Even though the Kelley Blue Book might be, I think it was like $3,000 at the time, she still let me pay only $2,000, which is, she might as well have gifted it to me, in my opinion.
Yeah. Hey Cody, can I how can I share your stream?
Go to here. I'll show you on this. It'll be under. Well, I'll just go to my stream and show you.
Okay. Because I want to show it on my Discord and other people's Discords too, and I'm trying to support other streamers too. You know what I mean? You get me.
See my screen? See my screen? Oh great, now I'm gonna get an infinite. Oh great, now I'm gonna get an infinite.
Why does that happen with you? I'm just wondering. Why do you get like the infinite like?
Oh, it's because it's on. I'm watching my stream, and my stream is watching me from the camera. And it's funny, when it gets to a whole bunch of them, you can do the wave with yourself.
Yeah, you can make like a fucking music video or some shit out of it. Yeah.
So anyways, you go down here to share. And instead of clicking any of these things to share, just go to copy. And then go to whatever you want. Let me go. Why aren't comments? Why aren't there any comments? Where's the comments section? Oh, it's up here. You know, you just go paste. Anywhere like that.
Okay, let me, okay, well, you showed it in your stream, so I can take it out of there, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay, now watch this. This shit's nuts. This is what we were talking about earlier.
Copy link. Okay, I'll put the link in a sec. Go ahead.
With theft, abuse of official capacity, and official
These three
oppression.
months. You wore an MTV shirt to her fucking mugshot.
That's right. According to these warrants obtained by KTK News, back in January, Constable Harris and two deputies were at a rental property at the Cascades.
I don't know what the
when
fuck
their
a
body
constable
cams caught
is.
them stealing from the residents.
I think it's one of their higher ups.
At the news that we've been hearing over the last 24 hours.
Because I think the woman was in a position of
Warrants
power.
revealed that Precinct 1 Constable Curtis Harris and deputies reportedly stole from a Cascades resident while on the job. Body cameras recorded a conversation between Banks and Constable Harris when they thought they were off.
Because of the situation,
someone was put in a leadership
If you
role
give
who
me a
really
little
wasn't
while, I'll come
prepared
over and
or
help.
trained for that position. So this is an
Yeah, that's
opportunity
all.
to get our constables back
What
again.
happened?
That's when they allegedly started searching for items they could steal. According to the warrants, more than 3,000.
They thought they
No, I'm
carried-
talking about you. You said you needed. Is that your dad?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
My-
what I was saying.
He's going over to my grandmother's. Seeing if they needed any help, because he was talking about wanting to put stuff on the trailer, but I don't know if he's going to do all that right now.
2 laptops and 2
Yeah.
iPhones were taken. Some East Texans are frustrated the constable has yet to be replaced, but doing so is
Yeah,
not
dude,
an
they
easy
didn't even
process.
fucking.
What we wanna see
They
is
did
Judge
eventually
Miranda
fire
Commissioner's
these
Court
guys.
appoint Sergeant Willie
Damn.
Mullins to the interim constable one, precinct 1 constable position.
They're just reporting on it. Okay, this is the report.
Other items were taken that are still unaccounted for and not
Uh.
calculated in the evaluation. The theft charge is a state felony, which carries a maximum sentence of 2 years in prison.
We have better law enforcement.
Wow.
I think this is it. This is how they knew they did it. God, see, this is what I hate about having my, yeah, this is it, my volume up. Some of the ads, they just blast their ads so fucking loud, I hate it.
You know, I mean, I remember on my TV or something else I had with my new Sony TV that we got late last year.
Look at
We had to
that.
like.
She
put
was
it to,
going through their bag. Right there.
Is this the raid?
Yeah, this is the body cam footage of the 3 people, the 3 deputies that were charged. They thought they'd turn their body cam off. You could hear, I think, this might not be the full video, but you could hear him say, "Is the body cam off?" And right now, she's not messing with her body cam.
I think I remember this, dude.
She's not messing with her body cam right there. She was shoving shit in her bra to steal. So she wasn't messing with her body. See, she's doing it again. They're just taking watches, shoving them in their clothes.
Puta.
No shit, right?
Yeah.
More like a
that is
cunt.
so shady.
Can't
Dude,
understand.
I worked in like retail and I worked at jobs and I worked at places where I could have stolen money and I just didn't do it. And like
Yeah.
there are sometimes people like accidentally left merchandise or money behind and I would bring it up to like management or the service desk or something and usually people would come back and be like, hey, did I like lose something here, right? So we would, hold it for them and give it back to them. Oh my God,
that
putos, míralos.
that reminds me, they're taking their
Oh my
fucking
God.
dab bong. Are they taking
What?
it?
Why is there a wire on it? Is it an electronic plug-in
Probably
one?
to create electrical resistance to heat up. That's why it's for dabs. It's
Dude,
to
I
create.
just use a torch. Like, what the fuck is that? I feel like I would get electrocuted with that.
Yeah,
There's water
especially because
here.
it was right next to the sink. It's like, what the fuck? Are you doing dabs on the toilet?
Yeah. Okay. Dude, I found my brother eating pizza on the toilet before.
That's insane. I've had the urge to go to the bathroom when I'm eating and want to keep eating, but I'm like, I just cannot get it through me to go eat on the toilet. I just can't do
Yeah, he
it.
was fucking like taking
I've
a
never
shit
done
eating
it and I
pizza.
never
I'm like,
will.
how? How are you doing this? You're
Yeah.
gonna straight eating pizza?
This is insane.
Anyway.
They're going through everything. Are they stealing that
So
bomb?
bad.
Yo,
Are they gonna steal that bomb?
Yeah, listen.
That's gross. That's caca.
listen.
Ew.
What is this? I got to. You might want to turn the volume up. It doesn't go. She's like, "Is it cell phone? Okay, put it in."
I'll turn the volume up. My headphones.
You can hear
Because I have
them.
to. I can hear it from your computer a little bit, yeah.
What is this?
I just can't have the live stream on and the Discord on.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You can, yeah. But I'm still watching with you, man.
You can hear them.
Okay, this is some more bullets.
They're like, my bullets now. Here's some more money. Can you see that's why I put because you can hear him talking about it.
Hold on a minute.
Yeah. I got people.
It's all, she forgot, they turned their body cameras off. She forgot to turn hers off. Is she stealing that dab bong?
Yeah, what if he's got like the hurt or like some like other like, I don't know, some virus, or what if you have the flu or something?
Herpes can't really be transmitted through smoking things with people. Maybe if you have an open bleeding sore, you get it all over the blood
and stuff. You know that, right?
What?
Like through saliva and like you can get herpes in your armpits. You can get herpes on your chest.
You can get them everywhere. On your eye. There's a condition where it gets in your gut called herpes colitis.
Oh, that's gnarly.
Chickenpox is a herpes virus. And that's what shingles is. It's a resurgence of the chickenpox virus, herpes virus, and you can get it in your eye.
I had chickenpox so bad. I didn't know it was herpes.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Herpes is like probably the most prolific virus in humankind.
It's interesting. Now they have like, what is it called? Like vaccines and shit for it.
Yeah.
But like, when we were kids in the 90s, they would just all put us together to where we get the herpes and not herpes. The chickenpox. But get over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was wild.
So, dude, we've watched 5. There's another 10 minutes of them just going through the house and stealing shit.
Oh,
it's fucking insane.
That's gnarly.
Thought I hit some pills?
Huh? Yeah.
She was like, oh, I was gonna get me some fucking oxys, bro.
Yep.
Oh, God. That's horrible. I remember seeing a police cam where I think a police officer arrested someone or raided somebody's thing, and it took somebody's weed vape pen and was like smoking it in the car back to the police station.
Yeah, I saw that too. And the dude was like, either the guy was like, did you just hit that pen? Like, I think the guy completely called him out, and it was like a cop that must not have been used to smoking weed because he freaked the fuck out. He got super paranoid, and he was on video.
Yeah, they have videos in their car. They have videos like on them. Like,
what the fuck's wrong with him?
The fuck?
It makes me wonder what other drugs he's doing. There's a guy that's a cop that's also in the clinic we're at, and I don't want to talk too much about it because it isn't anonymous. Well, the clinic is an anonymous thing, but really it's NA is anonymous, and so I don't want to say too much. But dude, they're everywhere, dude. Of everyone, no one is invincible from becoming an addict.
Exactly. Yeah. This looks like a nice person's house too. Like, who are they? Former Smith County. Oh, okay. So yeah, these people had some money. I never grew up with a vanity thing like that. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I had similar stuff like furniture like that, like nice furniture, but my grandfather built it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like the old school stuff is like really sturdy, good furniture. It lasted for like decades. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The older furniture. Now everything's cheapy, but it's cheaper to buy.
Yeah, but the fact that it's like it's a disposable economy, and you can't dispose of. It has to be disposed of somewhere, and it's really tearing up the environment.
Yeah, especially clothing, you know that.
Why the hell would there be an ad in this? She's shoving more shit in her fucking shirt. See, you can hear her zip it up. She's putting it in her body armor.
Dang. I used to just put stuff in my bra when I was like going to the club and put some money in my like debit card and my ID in there.
Still in here.
Yeah.
This is in my early 20s though, back in like 2000 something. I was like raiding people's houses.
The craziest thing is they steal bullets. I can't remember if they steal a gun or not, but I don't think they do because they're registered, but they stole their bullets, which is fucking insane.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna try to find
What?
it. She's looking at.
Are ugly.
She's looking at them to see if they're designer. Later on,
fucking designer shit is overrated unless it's like.
I agree, but these people are all in it for the money.
Stuff. I like durable, like useful, like utility clothing. That's my favorite shit.
That's why I want Teddy Fresh. I wanted something from Teddy Fresh. They're really expensive, but not
expensive.
Not for fashion. It's only like twice as expensive as something you'd find at a boutique at the mall.
Yeah, but I usually get stuff on clearance. Like I'll get like
I like to go to the
$35 hoodies
store
for like $8 and shit. You know what I mean? And it's just like it's not even worth that much, but for $8 compared to like $35.
Nothing. Wow, they put it on the
I do have like I use what are they called? Mechanic gloves. And I have work boots that I've had. They're going on like 8 years now, and I still have them. They're like wonderful. I can run in them and everything. They're like basically like military boots.
Yeah.
You know, they make the same for military boots. I can run in them and stuff, and they have composite like hard toe on them in the front. And since I don't work in the tire shop anymore, and it's been years, I used them to do yard work and stuff, and it was really comfortable. And then, you know, I got some other stuff that like has lasted for years, and I spent a pretty penny on it. On sale, but the same thing. It's just like it's just good, durable material. You know what I mean? It's not just like a season fad or. Okay. I don't want to get too much into that. Sorry, Cody.
Yeah, they're fun. Yeah. Dude, it's crazy. These people are sitting there talking about what they were doing and shit, dude. And after they went through everything and stole whatever they wanted, they're like, yeah, now they can come in.
They can come in.
That's fucking insane. Okay, so they already got the pistol. It was in the bathroom. I remember that. It was in this bathroom right here.
Yeah. My brother, when I was a little kid, he's not very good now. Sadly, I'd already told you my brother is a huge drug addict and he takes from my parents and steals and blah, blah, blah. But he used to tell me before all that stuff, when he was a teenager, that cops are the biggest gang.
They are.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it only takes a few cops like these to make people hate all cops.
Thanks for coming in. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah. And you know, I don't hate all cops. When I was growing up, like my parents were really religious, and one of my youth group leaders was a cop, and she really looked out for us and me, and she realized I was getting abused and stuff. But like,
there are some great cops that are great mentors.
What? It's okay.
Man, where the fuck is it? Is this it?
I was just mentioning her, just being such a nice person and noticing I was getting abused by my family, but I was so scared of like foster care and like all these other things that I just didn't say anything. I just kept acting like nothing was wrong. And she's like, hey, I noticed stuff about you. And like one time she said we're gonna have like a youth group trip with me and the other girls. And then she just picked me up and just brought me to McDonald's. She was talking to me. She's like, do you need help? Are you okay? And I just kept acting like everything was alright. But she was a nice cop. You get me? Like, she was a youth group leader and stuff. And I know I'm not really religious now.
I got a lot of respect for them kind of people.
Yeah, like for being like, she was a nice Christian. She actually like held up the Christian values of treating people and not being judgmental and like loving everybody. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? People run wild with that shit, but
Was this?
no, I really respected her for doing that, and it meant a lot for me.
Are you ready for a
Especially being
taste of
like 11,
Wisconsin?
12
Oh,
years
that's so
old.
loud. Sorry.
Yeah.
Those fucking ads are so
I mean-
blast on my head.
Oh, I don't care. Culver's is not that great. I'm sorry.
Yeah, my dad was gonna have his birthday dinner at Culver's, but me and Mom decided to make it Did you,
Oh, do you hear that,
did
Cody?
you have your fucking own soundboard? You're insane.
That is literally my ringtone. I wasn't joking when I was talking about it. That
Yeah.
it's live, but I guess it
Okay,
doesn't
there's
matter
the
anymore.
bathroom again.
Uh,
That bathroom. Okay, yeah, now they're talking about it.
Ugh.
It was the one that had the
The
bong
bong
in it.
or the
some more money.
wax rig or whatever.
The dab, yeah, or the dab rig.
The
whatever.
dab rig, right? A wax rig.
Yeah.
I've never seen one with a plug
It's-
before. That's wild.
Neither have
That
I.
is so
It might
dangerous.
be homemade. They might have just shorted the wires out on it. And that might be why they have it plugged in into the bathroom, because it's a GFCI. So if one of the wires falls off and it creates an arc, it'll automatically, hopefully, turn the
shut
electricity
up.
off. That might be why,
Yeah.
if it was homemade. But if they shorted the wires out on the metal, on just the metal ring that they have on those rigs, then it'd be just like heating it with a torch. If you shorted it out with electricity, it'd probably get red hot.
Yeah, I heard that. Like, it has the little, like, what are the red and yellow button? I forget what it's called. I know you're an electrician, so I get what you're talking about. That's, like, probably the safer spot to have it, because it's, like, a plug that's gonna have, like, the safety thing.
Yeah,
On there.
technically, if your
Yeah.
if you have one GFCI on the entire arc that's down from the GFCI, should be protected. The entire, I mean, not the entire arc, the entire rest of your run. The rest of the circuit should be protected if you have a GFCI at the beginning. If there's an arc detected anywhere in that circuit, it should trip. That's how the breakers in your, that's where my breaker box is, and that's how breakers work. If they detect a fault or too much power goes through them, they turn off.
Yeah, I got that. I remember just, like, having too much power at one point and stuff. Breakers would turn off in my house, or there was electricity or something, or not electricity. Like,
Yeah.
we had a lot of our stuff on, what are those things? I'm sorry.
GFIs?
Like the plug-in server, like the
The ones
Surge
in the,
servers.
like the ones in the
Surge
bathroom?
servers. Is
What?
that what it's called? Like the plug-in things you have, like surge servers, so like
Surge
just in
protectors?
case you have all your computers and stuff.
Oh,
plug up
surge,
into
yeah,
it.
a surge protector.
Surge protectors! Yes, that's what I mean. And I know my blow dryer too, I don't use it all the time, but it's got it like built into the plug. It's got like a
Yeah,
yellow
that's
red
cool.
button.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of
goes
them
on
do
it.
now. A lot of
Yeah.
bathroom electronics do have GFCIs built into the plug. And
Yeah,
so what they
I
are is a
appreciate that.
ground fault indicator, which means if there's an arc to somewhere where it shouldn't arc, it'll shut off somehow. And your whole house is grounded by a giant ground rod that's like a 4-foot long fucking inch thick rod that's copper coated, and you have to pound it into the ground. If it was copper, it'd be worth so much money. It's funny when junkies steal them. It's annoying because junkies are stealing your shit. But it's funny, like, sometimes it's the end of the day and you just are done and you just leave half of it out. and you come back the next day and some junkie has stolen it out of the ground to sell it for copper, and it's just barely copper coated. It's like an aluminum fucking or steel rod. It's not worth anything.
Yeah.
In scrap, it's worth like maybe 50 cents or $1 in scrap. They don't even want to fuck with them because they know it's stolen if you're scrapping those, because no one in the right mind would scrap one for copper. Alright, love you, Dad. But anyways, you hammer that into the ground all the way.
You know, a lot of people think that in order to conceal carry, you're going to need a tactical belt and a set of jeans. Well, I'm here to tell you.
Why do I keep getting these stupid ads? I don't... if... And attached to this ground rod is this little thing that you screw on one side to tighten it up around there, and there's a wire that goes to your house, and it's usually connected to the water pipes. So the water pipes in your house are also grounded, so hopefully you don't die if you're in the shower. The electricity won't go to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And if your house ever gets hit by lightning, it should be able to... It'll probably break a lot of wires and it could start a fire, but theoretically it should go through your water lines down to the ground where the ground rod is. And that's why we put him in.
Yeah, I've seen videos of people where they're in their house, and like I remember growing up in the 90s, they said not to talk on corded phones or wash dishes or take showers during a thunderstorm or like lightning storm.
That's fucking stupid.
And like there was one person just hanging out in their kitchen, and all of a sudden lightning hit their house or nearby, and like electricity like shot through and like blew out a bunch of stuff in the kitchen and started a fire or what. I don't know if it started a fire, but they got burned. Like
I've heard about people dying
shoot out at them.
from it.
It was like wild, but it was an older house too. Probably like a 1950s, 40s house. You get me?
Yeah, this is the end of it. Now they're letting these people in to come collect what's in the house to put it into evidence after they went through the house and got what they wanted. That's fucking insane.
I'm watching now.
That's why they were like, yeah, they can come in. What did they say? This shit is my how do I get in this damn pocket, because the shit's so full.
Yeah. That's wild though, man.
That dog's probably barking like crazy because she got that fucking bong on her.
Yeah.
Look at her taking it all out, dude. She's taking out sunglasses. She's taking out phones. She's put it in her car.
That's dumb. She just keep it in her tits. Like, what the fuck?
She's putting it in her car where maybe because she thinks they would never go through her car footage after this. But she's the one that forgot to turn off her body cam. That's why we don't have vids of the other guys. Look at all this shit, dude. Look at all them.
You know? Anyway.
She just put all of that stuff in there. There were watches, there were phones, there was money, dude.
Fuck all that shit.
She stole bullets.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
See, they found a gun. Okay, there's more bullets.
Yeah, sure. Some more money.
You said they kept them or what?
Yeah. They just took bullets and they took money.
Shit. That's so corrupt.
And they keep it.
Dude, I worked so many retail jobs. I could have stolen so much money.
Here
and
it is.
It's, no.
Because, see, she said more bullets. So right here...
Yeah?
She's just sticking... You can see it in the mirror. See, that was the thing of bullets. That's a clip. That's a clip
is that
of
her,
bullets.
what is it? Her,
It could be her
vest?
clip. Yeah, she's shoving it in her vest, and you just heard her zip it up.
See, I wasn't paying attention to the mirror last time. I was just, like, amazed that she's taking the dab ring.
And they said now
dab rig, I meant
it's
to
clear.
say.
And see, she says, okay, this is some more bullets. And some more money. They're keeping it.
Yeah.
Where do they? Yeah, they just put the bong in the back. They like, and because of them putting all that stuff in there, it's impossible to know what they. Well, we know what they put into evidence because now it's in the court documents.
Put some in there. Put some in there.
They're gonna have to be in PC. Like cops always end up in PC. Alright, I'm gonna go check on my pup. Oh wait, my pup's on my bed. Dad must have let her in.
That's okay. You gotta take care of your baby.
Yeah. So that shit is just beyond the pale, man. Those cops make the whole system look corrupt.
Yeah.
It's horrible, dude. They're in there and they were stealing bullets, dude. That just makes it seem so much worse than just money. And I don't know if they were stealing that bong or if they were trying to use it as evidence, but most places it's legal. And
yeah.
What are you gonna fucking raid a house for a bong? You gonna waste all the fucking manpower and shit to raid somebody for one bong? It's fucking ridiculous.
Exactly. Well, I put in like 3 channels for people to watch your stream.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You don't mind.
Somehow I got over 100 subscribers lately. People come in, I honestly have no idea who they are, but they're nice. Usually.
That's what's up. Yeah. So yeah, I want to support you and other like nice streamers and like, you know, you're a sweetheart, so
I appreciate it. Carla donated to me for Christmas.
Oh, Carla's cute. You know she left your Discord, right?
Did she?
Yeah, I don't even think you knew what happened.
Why?
But that's something I don't want to talk about on stream. Let me check again, unless she came back.
Like, I've always been nice to her.
It wasn't you. That's all I'm going to say, but I don't want to talk about it on stream. It's not a big deal, but like, no, she's cool. I do like Carla. I was talking to her like a week or so ago, and I was telling her about my aunt that passed away and stuff. And then and I guess you would want to say Puerto Rican Spanish. You could say Titi for your tia. Like tia is aunt in Spanish, but I call my Puerto Rican aunts titis. And then she's Brazilian, right? So she said, oh, there's something similar to that. It kind of sounds like the Brazilian way to say auntie in Spanish.
Yeah.
Or Portuguese, not Spanish.
Yeah, she left.
But, yeah.
I don't know why. She's welcome. I never wanted her to feel
She is very welcome, but people were piling up on her. I know you don't care about drama, but people were piling up on her, and she just was like, bye.
I told her I heard a few people that were making rumors of her, but I wasn't paying attention because she's never done anything. Yeah, she's never. I don't remember who they were. She's never done anything to me. She's always been very kind to me and very polite.
No, she is very nice.
And I actually like her.
Person,
like I actually really like her, and I've never seen her. I've seen her have a bit of an attitude on stream, but we all do sometimes. Not everybody has to agree on everything all the time. You know, that's no fun.
She just mentioned something on your Discord, and people took it the wrong way, and they just dogpiled on her, and she was like, bye, and just, like, fucking dipped out.
Yeah,
This was, like, months ago, but it's, again, I don't think it's, like, okay to talk about this on the stream. And it's not a big deal, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to call anybody out or make anyone look bad. It's just, I could understand why she felt uncomfortable. Does that make sense? You know?
We don't have to talk about it on stream, but I am going to message her privately later and say, hey, I've been thinking about you. I hope you're well. I just realized that you're not on my thing anymore, and you're welcome here and I need to figure out how to reiterate the rules on my server about no bullying, just don't even at people. If you have nothing nice to say nothing at all. Because not everybody's gonna agree with each other on Discord or on the internet, and
especially if you can't see each other face to face or talk to each other face to face, it's like way fucking different. And
I've seen it
so happen. I'm sorry for anything I've done, Cody, but I'm glad for your understanding.
It's okay. It's okay. And I've seen Dennis do it. I've done it personally. I see other mods do it. I see people in chat do it. A lot of people mistake what people mean as something else. Like they might be making a facetious joke about what's going on, but people take it completely differently and think they're actually talking shit on the show. And that was happening when Dennis just like started modding everyone, and all these mods were like really cracking down, and they were just like perma-banning people instantly. And I was having to actually go back and unban people because I'm like, hey, that's not what they meant. And that's why people started like calling me like head mod or whatever. But I keep trying to tell them like I am the same as every other mod. I have no more or less power. Except I have a lot less power now because I'm young. Well, I am also a mod on Twitch, but like it seems like everybody's on Twitch now. Only a few people watch on YouTube.
Yeah, and that's another thing I don't want to talk about on stream, because, you know, I wasn't being like a crybaby calling and talking to you. You know. I feel like that's something I don't want to talk about in live, you know? But at the same time, like, I feel like I got to meet a lot of cool friends, including you, and, like, a lot of other people, and I still have friends online and friends on Discord. I still have friends offline too, but I really do appreciate you and other people that I got to know, and I talk to you about personal stuff. My husband's even talked to you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If that means anything, so.
And
you know,
the thing is it's like people forget that it's people on the other side of this fucking screen.
Yeah.
Or if they
dude, I've had people be keyboard gangsters.
Of shit.
And then in like at jobs and stuff.
Keyboard gangsters.
You never heard that?
I've heard keyboard warrior, but never keyboard gangster.
Yeah, they're gonna be all like big bad and tough on the typing, but like once people in my own town like were trying to talk shit, and like I saw them face to face. People or men bigger than me, like 6 foot tall or 6'4", and I'm like, I'm shrinking.
It's
I'm
a
like
literal
5'9",
lemon
like
lime
5'9" and a half. But like,
it's a
I like
literal.
stepped up to them. I'm like, oh yeah, so you were saying that stuff the other. You want to talk about it? It's like,
See that?
and they start looking down on the ground, and I'm like, we can talk about it right now.
Can't
They're
look
just
at you in the
I have to
See?
go.
It's a
you know what I
literal. It's a literal lemon lime skittle.
Oh wow, that looks like some fishing thing that my husband would use to catch.
A bait.
Yeah, I'm not trying to talk about drama, but I'm just saying, like, I've like.
Yeah. And
Like,
I hate it the
outside,
most.
you know that bed baby? I catch you outside, how about that? The little girl,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I've seen people, and
How
I come
about
up to them,
that?
I'm like, so, what were you meeting the other day? And they're like, oh, well,
Yeah, like
I
you're
just,
actually gonna take on Dr. Phil, little girl. Dr.
But I
Phil
stepped
would
up to
pick
them,
up
like,
his
do you want to
gut
talk about it
and
right now? They're like,
smash her with
I
it.
have to go. I'm like, we can talk about it right now if you want to.
Like,
Yeah,
seriously,
it's whatever.
Dr.
It's
Phil
calm.
would pick up his gut and smash her with it.
She's not that bad of a person.
How about
she's
that?
in her past.
Yeah,
she's
she was a
loving.
kid. She was like 15 or some stupid shit.
No. She was 13 originally when that happened.
13, but you see, yeah, she was a kid. Now she's older. I think she's probably doing OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But she's
She
like
does other
turned
stuff
it into
too,
a
but she's-
career, and she doesn't seem to have done a bunch of shitty things to make the news. So
Yeah. I mean, people grow up, things happen, but I feel like it's like a bunch of misunderstandings, or, you know, people don't like understand each other. You know what I mean?
And
But
that's
it's
what I was
whatever.
talking about with
Whatever.
comments too.
Whatevs, I meant to say.
Yeah. Like.
But yeah. Dude, I have grown ass men trying to talk shit to me, and then I see, like,
so
we work at the same place, and I step up to them, I'm like,
Yeah.
what the f-? Like, I've had a grown ass man said he wanted to, come in me. I'm not trying
God
to get
damn,
you in
dude.
trouble. Is that a...
No, that's fine. That's
Okay.
like, that's borderline like essay, dude. Like
Yeah, he just messaged me one night,
that out of
and
nowhere,
he was feeling
that's
some type
like
of way. And he didn't have my text. It's like when I still had
an
Snapchat,
HR
I don't have it anymore.
situation.
But then I found out he was harassing another girl. I was like 26, like 27, 28 at the time. No, maybe even 29. You know, things pass. So
That I mean,
but
dude,
he was like
that
harassing
is
a girl that was 19
unacceptable. That,
and doing that,
that's
and like he
also
was
very
harassing other
unacceptable.
females
That's
at the plant. Like one
disgusting.
girl was like walking up the steps in front of him. He's like, "You got a nice ass, or you got a sweet ass." She's like, "My ass doesn't smell sweet." Like, you know what I mean? He
Dude.
was harassing everyone around him.
And HR
So-
probably is protecting him. HR
It's okay.
usually protects
took-
people like that.
It took over 8 months for work to get rid of him, and he almost fucking killed me
What?
at work.
What happened?
Yeah, I was working at a processing plant, and he like, I don't know, he did like cocaine and Adderall and all this other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and he was at work on a high-low. Like, I don't know how he has a high license. Okay, I was working at a processing plant to make food, and some of it is like bonding compounds that stick to protein. What is most of the human body made out of?
Well, it's protein.
Besides water, protein.
Yeah.
Yes.
All
Your eyes, your
all
hair, your
muscles.
skin. So I was dumping like trash bins that were around a couple 100 pounds each into these big like trash compactors and stuff.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I remember just like my eyes stinging and me just like coughing because I was in a separate area, and like, you know, there's like airflow and stuff going through.
Yeah.
And I just like started coughing, and I looked back at the door, and it was just like a big cloud of smoke.
Oh shit.
So I ran out and I grabbed like a face mask, which wasn't gonna really do anything, like a, you know,
You
like
mean
a
like
little cold mask. it wasn't gonna do anything.
You mean
and
like
I ran
a COVID
out.
face mask or a gas mask?
A face mask, like those little paper, like
a COVID face mask.
Not even like an N95. It was just like the folded up mask, those little paper things.
Really?
Yeah, and because I was just like, I'm choking to death, I need to do something. And I was like running out of the building, not out of the building, but out of the area that I was working in.
Upwind.
And I found a supervisor, and then when I looked out, he had the high-low that was supposed to load into a secure area, and he wasn't paying attention. He went above the entrance point, and then stabbed the
No
bag.
way, he stabbed and broke through a fucking vat.
They broke through, and then they were just pouring down to the ground, and there was just it was just
idiot.
Going all over the place. And I remember I had to run away from the area, find a supervisor. They're like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!" It was just so fucking dumb. I don't know.
A lot of volatile chemicals evaporate immediately when they have enough surface area to do so and get into an concealed space, and that makes it a million times more dangerous, and you can't even be
in the plume cloud. It was like a huge cloud of smoke from that stuff.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, that's I can't talk shit because that could have been me I never had a job like that when I was fucked up.
I've had many jobs where I almost died.
But, me too, but I had a job at a machine shop where I would get so fucked up, I would be grinding on a grinding wheel.
Yeah.
And it was my friend and I worked there. His uncle owned a machine shop until he lost it because he beat up a kid almost that was well, when I say kid, I mean like a 18, 19-year-old kid who was dating his 13-year-old daughter. And the kids, he picked him up by the collar of his shirt and pushed him up against the wall. And he said, "I don't want to ever find you close to my daughter again, or this will get worse." And dropped him and grabbed his daughter and left. His daughter is 13, mind you, and he's 18 or 19. Well, this fucking little punk sues him, and he loses everything, including his machine shop. He loses it all. That's so fucked up, dude. That little punk, dude, he should have just killed the fucker, dude. That's so fucked up. I hate to say shit like that, dude, but that dude's a chomo. That dude's a fucking chomo. And he sued somebody for trying to teach him a lesson not to be a chomo, but with his daughter. And I just think that's so fucked up. But anyways, we were working at his machine shop when he still had it, and I was they had a problem with me wearing the only safety glasses I could find at times were ones that were sunglasses as well, and they told me that I was wearing those to hide me being high, and I'm like, no, I'm really not. I'll take them off and when I'm not working around when I'm not around stuff that's on, but that's kind of hard here. It's a machine shop. And I was like, and these are the only ones I have. And they made me stop, and I had to find some other ones to keep around. And,
oh, that's cute, Cody. I like your hat. What is that? You look like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like that motherfucker.
It's a welder's cap. It's pretty beat up. I just got, fucking Google just sent me, a picture from 8 years ago of this girl I was kind of with, I was with her, just not physically enough, and her wearing it like this, and it was so weird because I had nightmares about her all last night, and I haven't thought about her in years.
I'm sorry, it's bad nightmares?
Yes. Horrible nightmares.
Sorry, dude.
The only nightmares that fuck me up, especially because I'm a really lucid dreamer. You see how it's covered in dragons? My dad gave it to me.
Let me look back. I'm about to take a piss.
That's fine. My dad.
Yeah, it's got dragons. I see that.
My
It's
dad
like
gave
hot
it.
pink and all these other.
Well,
I used to dream
red
a lot.
and
I told
yellow.
you about that too. Me and my
pretty
husband are
faded.
strong lucid dreamers, and sometimes it's cool because I can take over the dream and do what I want. Other times it's like I'm stuck in a bad nightmare.
But it's fucked up when she comes in my dreams. It's like all else is just gone, and it's all about her. And my lucid dream is shot. I'm stuck in a reality that I think is real, and it's like a regular one, and it's always bad shit happening. It's always her running away from me, and teasing me, taunting me, and keeping me at arm's length on fucking purpose, and just like dragging my heart on the ground underneath her shoes as she's doing it. It feels fucking awful because that's how our whole relationship was. And it's my fault because she had a boyfriend, but to be fair, she didn't tell me she had a boyfriend for like 3 months.
I remember you told me about her.
Was trying to
you guys would spend time together.
She wasn't trying to. She did kiss me. And I remember our first real kiss was after I gave her an awesome massage, and she reached up and she stood on her tiptoes and kissed me, and I hugged her, and she grabbed my arms and took them off, and I thought she was done and didn't want me to hug her, and then she moved my arms down to her ass, and I pulled her up against me. And that was our first kiss, and that was like, dude, what? And she started it and initiated it all, and she always did. And it was just like fucked me up in the head because it was right when I was first getting sober. I first got clean, and I found out she never really did, and that I should have known better. I caught her with these 60 milligram morphines, and she was kind of amazed that I knew what they were. She said they were ibuprofens, and I said, no, ibuprofens are a little bit more red.
They're ibuprofen? Get the fuck out of here.
They do look like ibuprofen. 60 milligram, 60 milligram morphines do, but I said, no, they're about the same size and shape, and I said, no, ibuprofens are a little bit more red. I said, because she dropped them on the counter, and I said, what are those pills? And she said nothing, and I was like, no, I saw those pills. And she's like, oh, I got some ibuprofen for cramps or something. And I was like, no, ibuprofen's a little bit more red. What was that? And she was like, I don't know. If it's not, it's Aleve or something. And I said, don't lie to me. Those are 60 milligram morphines. And I only saw them for a split second, like that. Like, they fell out of her purse, and she swooped them up and put them back in real fast. And so she goes, how the fuck did you see that? How the fuck did you know what they are? And I was like, you must not know. Like, you must not believe the shit I say in group, or must not listen to the shit I say in group. I was an expert at what I did.
Of course, if you're gonna be doing that stuff, you're gonna know what the hell's going on.
I knew how all the pills were. So, and you know, that kind of shit happened multiple times. She got caught faking her piss test. I had to take her in on Saturdays, which is a day I didn't go in, but I didn't mind because I wanted to spend the day with her anyways. We spent more time together than her and her boyfriend. And we went to college together, which is really what made me fall in love with her. That was it. When we went to college together, and we would study together and be together all the time. That was when I really, really fell for her. And that's
adorable.
Like when we finally had our first real good makeout session one day, and her fucking boyfriend came home from out of town. Every time her boyfriend was out of town, I spent the night and I slept there. And her and I never slept together, which is fucking crazy, but I never pushed it because I didn't want to ruin our first time.
Yeah, relationships aren't about
I kind of didn't. if I had my choice, I'd rather her not have a boyfriend while we're sleeping together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we were doing some shit, dude. We were in a definite emotional relationship. Burning Palo Santo. So I fucking... And we're making out for like 10, 15, maybe longer. It might have just felt like forever because I was so happy. But it was a while. It was a few minutes at least. Like at least 5 minutes. And of us both like grinding on each other, like saying, oh my god, I wanted this forever. Like we were gonna fuck.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that time we were gonna fuck. It was insane, dude. Thank God we had the door locked. Actually, maybe it would have been better if we didn't have the door locked. But her boyfriend came home from out of town early. Out of nowhere. He didn't tell her nothing. And they were both born to millionaire parents in Tulsa, Oklahoma, so that's where they're from.
Oh, damn. My husband's parents are millionaires, but they're like humble millionaires, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I never met her dad. Her mom is. Her mom's very sweet.
Yeah.
I really like her mom. Her mom asked me honestly, because when I found out Katie was like faking everything, she was still doing drugs. She was doing a lot of drugs, as a matter of fact. And she had been lying to me about paying the bills at her house. Her mom's like, no, I pay the bills there. They said they did that? Fuck no. She's like, I've been paying the bills since they lived there. And she was saving her pee, and her mom asked me, she goes, why would Katie keep a bottle of her own piss underneath the kitchen sink? What's going on? And I'm like, oh no. I said, to tell you the truth, there's people that do crazy stuff like wash their eyes out and piss and drink piss and think it's a miracle solution. And I said, but Katie being an addict and the fact that she's never ever talked about that a single time makes me think that she's saving it when she's clean. So when she's not clean, she can bring it in and use it.
I've done that, but only for like weed.
Because
only for weed.
But she's doing it for heroin. And I said, because she just got phased down recently for faking a piss test, she got caught putting toilet water in it. In her piss.
Ooh,
like that would make it any
work.
different. Any difference. Exactly. Like she diluted it so much that it made no sense. And then they made her do another one. They waited till
Astro! Get the fuck back in right now!
Damn.
Macchiato! Sorry, my cat ran outside as soon as I did.
Yeah, I could tell.
Is it too windy?
Yeah, it was super windy.
Alright, maybe... I didn't realize it was going to be that windy. Maybe I should go back inside.
It's fine now. It's not as bad now. It said it's not as bad now. I got my volume turned down.
Okay. Sorry, I'll go back inside. Or outside.
But...
Anyway.
Her and I, like, it was insane. Her boyfriend came home early I don't know how he came home early that one fucking time. And he tried to be friends with me, and he kept trying to be friends with me and shit, and I hated it. And when Katie left, see, her mom asked me seriously, and this killed me, and I might have said the wrong thing. I should have said, no, let Katie live here, but I'll take care of her, and I'll do the best I can. But I can't force that on her, you know what I mean? She wanted to have two boyfriends, that's what she wanted, dude. She didn't want me like I wanted her. It's just how it is. But her mom asked me, I don't know what to do. Do I pay another 6 month to a year lease on this house that they're trashing, and they're still apparently getting high and doing everything, you know, being that, you know, home away from the first time a long ways and going crazy, or should I bring her back home? And I was like, man, this is the hardest thing I think I've ever had to say, and I hate saying this, and I hate myself for saying this. And I said, but I think it would be better for Katie if she went back with you guys. Because the methadone clinic wasn't working. We were going to tons of groups. She went to all the groups with me, and I was going to like 2 or 3 groups a week. She didn't get high. That I saw her around me except a couple times when I was still, because her and I met at the exact, I'd only been in there like a week or so when I met her, and she had just joined too. It was like, so we came in at like the exact same time, and so we both were relapsing at first, but I stopped after a year. Or so, like, and then after that I did one, like, maybe 2, 6 months apart, but now it's been 6 years since I've done illicit opiates. And she kept using years after the year or 2 that we were together after I stopped, and it caused a few problems at the end. Like, she would act a fool in the college. When we were in the college library, the college librarian came up to me and she's like, hey, you gotta get your friend and get out of here because she's like passed out on the keyboard. And I'm like, fuck, I can't finish my shit. I'm trying to work on my English final and I gotta wake Katie up. And then I woke her up and said, hey, we gotta go. And she's like, no, I don't want to go yet. And I'm like, no, we have to go. They asked us to leave. And she got all fucking belligerent and started yelling at the fucking librarian and shit. And I'm like, see, Katie, this is why we have to leave. Let's fucking go. And I just grabbed her and dragged her out. It fucking sucked. And I should have seen all these signs. I don't know what the fuck, but I was madly in love with her, like, more than I think I ever had been. Maybe if we'd have fucked, I wouldn't have been, but no, she was thick. She hated it because she had a super tiny chest, like, she was very, very flat, but it didn't bother me. And she couldn't have hated it that much. She must have liked the compliments because she walked around naked in front of me all the fucking time.
I didn't mean to laugh, but it's...
Or without a top on. She had panties sometimes, but... I
hear you, dude.
Like, this is shit you don't do when you have a boyfriend. Like, would you walk around naked in front of me?
No, if I had a boyfriend or something, no, hell no.
Yeah,
I normally don't walk around naked anyways. You've seen pictures of me, I'm pretty covered up. When I was younger, you know, if I went out and stuff, whatever, but I wasn't trying to do that to impress other guys. I was just trying to look cute, but I wasn't doing it.
Well, I don't know if she was... And I think she was doing it because she got off on the fact that she knew I loved her and that she knew she was teasing me. And it couldn't just be she wanted to walk around her house naked because she did it only when her boyfriend wasn't there. When she let me come over and stay there and spend the night when her boyfriend wasn't there. So how else am I supposed to assume, how else am I supposed to take that?
Yeah.
Her walking around nude in front of me.
Exactly. She knew what she was doing. Like, I've had many of guy friends that tell me my,
her many times.
My husband now are friends, you know what I mean? Like, but like, I don't know, I wasn't trying to flirt with him, he was just one of my best friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just...
kind of like...
I don't know.
You and I.
But I feel for you, man.
There's a very distinct boundary with my girlfriends that have a significant other. A very distinct boundary that I do not pass. I did when I was younger, I think, because I was a little piece of shit when I was younger. And I would fuck anybody that was probably willing almost.
Yeah.
But, like, I honestly don't know how many people I've slept with. If you were to ask me, I'd say around 10. Maybe more, maybe less. Definitely less than 20, I would think.
Yeah.
And I could probably name like 4 names. Which is fucked up.
You were going through a time.
Yeah. And I was I remember one time this girl, and I think I only remember her name because she was crazy and robbed me like a hooker. And after we fucked and I passed out.
Yeah.
And I was passed out at her house. It wasn't like we were in a hotel or at my house and she could leave. I was passed out at her house, in her bed. Like, she was a meth head, and she kept doing meth while we were fucking because she said it was so good. And I was, like, boofing, not boofing,
what's
snorting
boofing, by the way? What's the boofing?
Boofing is when you take pills and put them in your ass. And a lot of times what people do is they'll crush them up and draw them up in a syringe. Like if you were going to shoot it up and break the needle off. Or do it in a dosing syringe where there's no needle. And they'll put that up their ass and then they'll squirt it in. Because it's exactly like snorting it.
It absorbs.
There's so many mucal membranes there that they absorb the stuff very, very fast. But the thing is, and you can do a lot more of boofing than you can of snorting. But man, I think just snorting something to get your initial... I have done it before, but it's not worth doing in my opinion. I think if you can just snort to get your initial high and then swallow to get your consistent high and then maybe shoot up here or there to get a super dose that doesn't last very long but feels really fucking amazing. Because I did everything. I didn't only do drugs one way. But and there are a lot of ways.
I've heard of women putting alcohol or vodka
in tampons
in their cooch.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
And it's actually very dangerous. You can actually get alcohol poisoning from that very easily. Did you know that?
Yeah. I do, because you don't have your liver and shit to filter it out. Or
well, no, it does, but you can't throw it up. If you get too drunk, you can't throw it up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's like snorting alcohol, basically. It's being absorbed by your mucal membranes, and it's hitting you. It's getting into your blood and breaking the blood-brain barrier very, very fast.
Yeah.
So it's very easily. It's like drinking a bunch of shots all straight in a row. How some people die from alcohol poisoning on their 21st birthday when they try to take 21 shots in a row. Like all of a sudden, all hit you at once.
Have you seen people doing eyeball shots?
Mm-mm. With alcohol?
Yeah, there's some people. It's
or
been
needles.
a long time since I've seen that. Maybe it was more in Europe, or maybe just younger people. It's probably been 5 years. But literally, people will take an eyeball, take a shot glass and put a bunch of liquor or spirits in it, and just hold it against their eyeball, and then they start getting drunk that way. But it causes blindness and shit.
Well, that'll work, but that'll also destroy your eye. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It has to burn.
So
why don't you just snort the alcohol? again, your eye has lots of mucal membranes, and it has lots of little capillaries of veins or blood vessel things very close to the surface, a lot of them. But why the fuck alcohol? Like, I can see dropping acid in your eye, which my friend did, and it burned. He was like, oh fuck, it burned. Why the fuck did I do that? It's in a mint bottle. Why would I do that?
Man, I didn't think about people dropping acid in their eyes.
But we were all tripping really hard, so we couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
Because he got, when we had the vials, they were in those, you know, those little mint bottles that you get that are little mint droppers? They were more a 90s thing than they are now. But I still see them here and there.
Yeah.
You never saw those? Those little bottles about that big that, and about, you know, that wide, that you could squeeze,
I think I remember that. Was it for
like
just like the taste, right? Or no?
Or like a breath freshener. It was like
those.
liquid mint. Liquid mint.
I remember those. You would like drop them on your tongue, just for like.
We got vials in those bottles. And
okay.
He dropped it in his eye, and he's like, oh shit, wait, that was in a mint bottle. Why the fuck did I do that? Oh god, that burns. And he was laughing too, but we were all cracking up because we had already done a shitload of acid. And I think he wrote LSD on his arm because I brought over a black light and I shone the black light on his arm, and it said LSD on his arm. And I remember him, I brought sugar cubes over, and he's like, here, toss me a sugar cube. And he took one of those vials, and he squeezed it so hard that the sugar cube absorbed so much acid that it dissolved past where he was holding it, and it fell down. And he picked it up off the floor, and he's like, damn it, it fell on the floor. And he threw it at me. And he goes, Cody. And I look over, and he threw it at me. And immediately, it was like my body acted without me thinking. I reached over and grabbed the sugar cube in the air and just dropped it in my mouth immediately and let it sit on my tongue. And it was just like, you could tell like there was a huge dent in the middle of the sugar cube. Like there were 4 spikes that were pointed up, and because it had dissolved so much that he dropped it. Basically, he was holding it and it dissolved past where he was holding it. He put so much acid on it, and immediately my tongue started to like tingle like crazy. And I was like, holy shit, dude, how much did you put on there? And he's like, just 1 hit. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, just a hit. And like all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, I'm starting to trip. And usually with this acid, it took about 15 to 20 to 30 minutes to really kind of start to feel it. And in 5 minutes, I'm seeing shit wave. And I'm like, dude, that's bullshit. There was just 1 hit on there. How much was it? He goes, no, it was 1 hit. Just 1 really big hit. And then I just started laughing, and he did too, because we were doing a ton of acid. He was going down to Schwagstock and getting vials of acid and sheets of acid, and it was all
Schwagstock? What is Schwagstock?
It used to be a festival before the government stole the land. It was in the middle of 2 national parks in Missouri. Beautiful place. I wish I would have gone. I never got to go. But the Rainbow family went there, and they were making LSD that was called White on White Fluff. And White on White Fluff was the most pure LSD after needlepoint. and needlepoint is 99.999 or 99.99% pure, and white on white was anywhere between 94, I think, and 99% pure. So white on white fluff was very good acid.
Yeah, I believe it.
I was eating tons of it. Like I went at least a 3-month streak where I ate it every single day, at least.
Wow.
Because I would have, like, my friend had sheets and vials all the time, and I would get a sheet, and I would just, like, rip a giant chunk off the sheet and eat it in the morning and stick it on my tongue. And by the time I got into the shower, it started to kick in, and the water coming down would look all colorful and shimmery, and it felt like I was taking a shower in like this warm rainbow rain. It was insane. I remember seeing that a lot. I would eat like
it's kind of epic.
I would eat at least a 10 strip a day, and I would start my day out with a 10 strip. Sometimes I would eat more throughout the day. It got to the point where all my friends, I was like, here, have some acid. And they're like, dude, we've been doing this for weeks straight. I need a day off. And I was like, okay, so you don't mind if I eat it then? Because I was like, let me put it in your freezer then, and you can do it, you can save it for later. And you're like, dude, and my friend was like, dude, I've already got a big chunk in there that you gave me to save for later. So I was like, okay, I'll eat it then. So it was at least 3 months that I ate acid, a lot of acid every day. And I remember by the end of it, I was thinking, God damn, this is really fucking expensive. Like, money seems like a stupid man-made concept when you're tripping, but gosh damn, do I need it to get this LSD and other stuff, and it is very expensive.
Yeah.
When I was going on a huge binge like that, eating sheets and shit to myself for 3 months straight. And I was honestly coming down from the acid was weirder than tripping on acid. It's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
Like when you've been tripping so long and even dreaming and sleeping while you're tripping. A lot of people say you can't sleep while you trip, but that's not true. And in fact, one time I ate mushrooms and I'm like, okay, I gotta go to work tomorrow. I really want to eat mushrooms, but I need to go to sleep and I can't trip all night. And I said, okay, so I'm going to eat the mushrooms now. I'm going to go to sleep. And then when I start tripping, I'll wake up and be able to have my mushroom trip and then go into work happy. Well, what happened was I ate the mushrooms, about an eighth, 3.5 grams. I think I had 3 grams. I went to bed and I actually fell to sleep pretty quick. Well, all of a sudden, I remember having this dream with blue and red flashing lights, and me with my hands behind my back and arrested, and sitting in a cop car in a plastic seat. Like, I had never been in a plastic seat in a cop car before. And at this time, I had only been arrested a few times for pot, I think. Maybe I had sat in a plastic seat. I don't know. But this was very early on. This was when I was like 15 or so. I was probably 16. So I don't even know if I had actually even been arrested yet. I might have been 17 or 18 actually, because I was working a full-time job, so I was probably 18. And because I worked part-time when I was in school, but after I graduated, I started working full-time. And so I was like, thinking I was gonna wake up and trip and go into work happy after the trip wore off. And I had that dream where I was in that plastic, there was red and blue flashing lights, and I was laying down in the plastic seat with my arms behind my back, and I remember thinking, even though I'm in what seems to be the most uncomfortable position in the world, I feel so comfortable, I think I'm just gonna go to sleep. And that woke me up, and it scared the shit out of me. Like, it's hard to explain how much that nightmare scared me when I woke up into a mushroom trip, and it scared me so bad to the point where I thought, this is going to be a bad trip and not even worth it, so I might as well just go back to sleep. And I slept and don't remember any dreams, and had a shitty day the next day at work. Well, maybe 6 months to a year after I had that dream, it turned out to be a premonition.
I believe that.
I was with my friend Jeremiah because he wouldn't let me drive alone. They kept trying to, they should have forcefully taken my keys, but they were all super fucked up too, I think. Not nearly as fucked up as me. What happened was I got pulled over. I was already fucked up on Oxycontin and Xanax. I'd been doing them all day long. And I was going 20-something miles over the speed limit in a small town in Peculiar. And at that time, the cops did not like me. They all knew me. And they did not like me. They knew I had a reputation for doing pot and probably other drugs. Because all in all, I'd been arrested for weed at least 8 times. And all of a sudden, he got a call over his little radio. And he just threw my license back at me and my insurance. And he goes, I don't want to ever see you driving like this again or pulling this again in my town. And if I see it again, it's going to be bad next time. And he ran off and peeled out. So whatever the hell came through his radio saved me from a massive ticket, like a 20-mile plus over ticket.
The cop is being very lenient.
And, well, it seemed like an emergency kicked in.
Oh, okay.
That's why, because I said he got a call. I couldn't hear it, but he got a call from his radio on it. You know how they keep a radio on them?
Yeah.
He got a call, and he threw my stuff in the car, and he said that, and then he peeled out and left. So a real emergency happened, and he was like, I don't want to ever see you pulling this shit in my town again, and left. But the problem was that I had a couple Tramadol, which are like a benzo kind of sleeping pill, and I had some Oxycontin. I had 3 Oxycontin in a bottle with 21 quarter bars of Xanax, the peaches. And so that would have been 5 bars and 1/4 bar of Xanax, and 3 30-milligram Oxycontins and 2 50-milligram Trazodones. And since I had the illegal pills, and the Xanax were mine, I was prescribed them. Since I had the illegal pills with the legal pills, when I got pulled over, I swallowed all of them. I didn't even put them in a fucking baggie. I just opened the bottle and just swallowed them in one gulp.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, because I had the illegal pills in with my legal ones, and if I got searched, that'd have been a felony. I'd have been fucked. And so that's honestly that cop telling me to leave after he got an emergency to respond to. That's the last thing I remember until like a day or two later. Because I had already been doing Xanax and Oxycontin all day that day. But me taking that whole bottle of Xanax and Oxycontin with the Trazodone on there, that pushed me way over the edge. And apparently my dad called me at like midnight and I was passed out at Jeremiah's, like they were taking shifts watching me to make sure I was still alive. Like they kept waking me up, I remember. And apparently, I don't remember this, but my dad called me at like midnight and wanted to know where I was, and I was like, well, I'm at Jeremiah's. And he's like, well, I want you home now. And he should have just let me stay at Jeremiah's, honestly, but he didn't know how fucked up I was. And I should have told him I need to stay at Jeremiah's. I got kind of fucked up tonight. I should have told him that, but I was probably too fucked up to think of that. Like, I'll show you how fucked up I was in a second. So...
Okay, I believe you, dude.
When I... got the call, I apparently decided to go smoke a blunt instead. And I was like, I'm going to smoke a blunt before I go home. And the guys, Kyle and Jeremiah, were like, no, man. You do not need to go driving to get a blunt. You should just stay here tonight. They were like, no. They did everything short but physically restrain me and take my keys.
Yeah.
Which they should have done, but I do not blame them. This is all 100% on me. I don't blame them one iota.
Yeah.
So Jeremiah was like, okay, dude, well, I'm going with you in case something happens, in case I have to drive. Will that be okay? And he's like, and I was like, okay, yeah, we can do that. You can come. And we left, we went, we got a blunt shell, we came back, and on our way back, I passed out while I was turning the radio up. So, are you watching the live stream?
Yeah. Let me put that. Yep, now I am.
When I had my hand on the wheel like this, and when I turned over to turn the stereo up, I passed out and went like that. But I held on to the wheel, so I went over to the side and hit a parked car. And that parked car just happened to be a fucking Cadillac Escalade. And I thought I hit a street light. And Jeremiah wakes me up and is like, go, just go. Don't worry, just go. And so I just went. And I was like, shit, did I hit a street light? And he's like, no, you hit a truck. And so for the longest time, I thought I hit a pickup truck. It wasn't till years later till I realized I hit an SUV.
Oh.
I didn't know till years later that I hit a Cadillac Escalade. It just came up while Jeremiah and I were talking out of nowhere. He's like, you didn't hit a truck, you hit a Cadillac Escalade, dude.
Yeah.
And so I got back to his house, and his house was cool. It had a driveway that went back behind his house, and I was trying to change my tire. because when I hit the Escalade, my back passenger side quarter panel got pushed into the tire and sliced the tire open. And I was so fucked up that I didn't realize that. I thought my tire was just flat. So I was trying to get the spare on and it wouldn't fit. No matter what I tried to do, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. This is how fucked up I was. And apparently the cops saw my friend Kyle's car, and his car was fucked up. Like, he had been in an accident. Someone rear-ended him recently. So they slowed down and they saw me in the backyard of Jeremiah's house. Not the backyard, but the back driveway. Because it pulls in behind his house where you can't really notice unless you're looking for something. Like, you can't see it from the road because there's a fence and shit like down there. But they saw Kyle's car and then looked down the driveway and saw me there. Because they stopped when they saw Kyle's car in case it was the one that hit that car. Because obviously that set off some alarms. And the cops came down and was like, "What you doing?" I said, "What's it look like?" "I'm trying to change my tire." And they're like, "Why are you changing your tire? So you can get away from us?" And I'm like, "What the fuck? Why would I need to get away from you? I don't have to run from you. You're right here. I'm not going anywhere." Like, at this point, I didn't realize what I just did. Like, I thought I might have hit a tree or maybe a telephone pole or a light pole, but probably like a tree. So I didn't know what the fuck the cops were even doing there. Because in my head, I'm so fucked up, I've got no clue what's going on. Like I said, I couldn't even realize that my spare wouldn't fit into the thing because my quarter panel got pushed down so hard. So far. And
like the fender?
Yeah. So the cops were like, "Why? So you can run from us?" And I'm like, "Why the hell would I run from you?" I had no clue what was going on. So anyways, they arrested me and they threw me in the car with my hands cuffed and I fell over onto the middle bump and it was a plastic seat. And I remember,
they have plastic seats, and they have like a little groove in the back where when they tie your when they put the
hold on. I remember feeling like this seat should be so uncomfortable, but right now I'm so fucking high. I am so comfortable I could just take a nap.
Yeah.
Remember what I said about that mushroom dream I had?
I think so, yeah.
That's exactly when I ate the mushrooms and then went to bed so that I would wake up to be able to trip so I could get some sleep before work but also trip.
Yeah.
And I had that dream. Well, that premonition actually came true. That was when I got arrested for hitting that parked car while I was super fucked up on pills.
Wow.
And it actually happened. The mushrooms were trying to warn me, if you don't stop this path you're going down, bad things are going to happen. And that's
I feel that about mushrooms. I feel like when you take them, it kind of like tries to clarify or it's not that it tries to, but it like clarifies your brain about what is good or bad.
It doesn't allow you to lie to yourself about it.
I mean?
Yeah. It doesn't allow you to lie to yourself about it. It tells you the truth of what your actions are causing.
Yes.
And you can't hide from it. They won't let you.
Isn't that wild that shrooms can like help open your brain up like that?
Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
And that's why
I don't take them all the time, but it's still like, wow.
Same, because I used to grow them. The same as how I ate acid every day, I would eat shrooms almost every day. It's the thing
I feel like I'm more comfortable with shrooms and acid.
With shrooms, like, you build up a tolerance to them reasonably quick. With acid, you do not. What do you mean you don't know the difference between them, or you prefer shrooms over acid? I mean, I think acid is an easier trip. I don't think acid fucks you up in the head as much. Like, I think mushrooms is a much more spiritual and substantial trip. LSD is kind of more of a party hallucinogen. I hate to use the term party hallucinogen because LSD also has the potential to be therapeutic and to be mind expanding. But mushrooms, 100%. Like, you can't avoid it on mushrooms. You can on LSD, even high doses, because I was taking 10, 20 hits at a time of really good acid, of sunshine, or not sunshine, that shit was back in the 60s, of white on white fluff.
I like the names for these.
Yeah.
No, I hear that. I also know that, like I already told you, I have like really bad PTSD or complex PTSD. Yep. So when I took shrooms a few times with other people, they would be like, it's not that I never like hallucinated on them before, but like I lucid dreamed so much, I understood that I was just hallucinating. And then there was times where I could just close my eyes, open them back up, and just imagine things, and they would appear. And it was like, oh, this is like a dream, but in like IRL, you know what I mean? And then other people
good you can recognize that, because some people can't and then, freak out.
A lot of other times, like if I ever took shrooms, it made me feel calm.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it just made me feel like I was just calming myself.
It's like Mother Nature.
Anxiety or other things, and I wasn't even hallucinating. Things would be vibrant.
Even just a small dose, like what people call microdosing.
Clear-headed and just like chill. So I feel like if you have like a disorder like PTSD or some other things, it just makes me calm. But like since it's natural, I'm more okay with it. I don't take it all the time. I took it maybe like a month and a half ago, but that was the first time since November 2019.
Nice.
For me, I feel like it's not something that you should just keep taking, but maybe microdosing is alright, but like
I don't like microdosing. I'd just rather have a regular dose. That's why I keep this around.
What is it?
Did I ever show you this?
What is that?
What do you think it is?
What is that, Cody? I don't know. It's troops?
It's white crystals.
What is that? I don't know what white crystals are. What is that?
DMT.
Oh yeah, you talked about DMT before. I've heard good things about it, but I'm a little afraid of it.
It only lasts 5 minutes when you smoke it.
Yeah.
I mean, that 5 minutes can last 5 eternities.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Cody.
I said 5. All I was going to say is 5 minutes can last 5 eternities, but in our world, it only lasts 5, maybe 10 minutes.
But it seems like forever, like a dream, right?
Yeah, that's why I said it could last like multiple eternities. Oh yeah, it's a dream. Like the goal of it is to take a lot, like between 50 and 100 milligrams. I'd say 100 milligrams is a really good blast off dose to make sure you blast off and have the chance to meet aliens and go and blast off.
Dude, sober, I've seen paranormal stuff with other people.
But
like for reals.
What you do is you smoke it out of a pipe on top of weed or out of a bong. We used a bong a lot. We had a special bong just for it, so people wouldn't like get it confused and like dose themselves with Deemster. Which actually their dad did when they were out of town. they let me take care of the house, and because he was out of town at the time the mushrooms were fruiting, so he needed somebody to take care of them who knew how to do it and who would be clean and take all the proper cleaning procedures.
Yeah.
And not steal anything. And so he trusted me to do it. But his dad had come over to make sure the lawn was mowed, which I said I would do, and that everything was okay. Like, they just came over for some reason. And he goes, tell me honestly, is Robert growing mushrooms? I was like, I can't say anything about that. And he says, look, dude, I already know the answer to the question. I just want to know, is that how Robert's paying his rent? And I was like, man, all I can tell you is I don't know how Robert pays his rent. And he goes, okay. Because I wasn't going to rat Robert out. But it was obvious he saw the mushrooms. Because we were growing them inside. And he had been there for a while. Like, I showed up to mow the lawn and they were already there mowing the lawn. I'm like, why are you guys mowing the lawn? And they said, oh, we didn't think that anybody was actually going to mow. And I said, no, I told them I'd mow. And I said, I already told them that I would mow. And they're like, oh, okay, well then you can mow then. But then her mom took time to clean the house. And then after I mowed is when he asked me that.
Yeah.
And then I had to wait for them to leave so I could pick the mushrooms, which pissed me off. Because when mushrooms fruit, what they are is like,
fungus?
Of course, say this is the grass line, this green right here. All this is the dirt. It looks just like roots growing all together. It's called mycelium. It's like the body of the mushroom plant. So
yeah, they like grow all over. It's like it's like a whole like root
dirt.
System of it, right?
Well, it's not roots. It's mycelium.
And the mycelium, the system.
Yeah,
right?
And then when they're ready, when two mushroom spores come together, that's technically a mycelium. And they can asexually reproduce and make more of themselves. I don't know how. I need to study up on my mycology. But say this is the dirt
they're
and
transplants.
this is...
Just kidding.
Yeah, this is the ground level. So when the mycelium are ready to spread their spores, a mushroom will grow up out of the ground, and the cap will open up, and then the spores will fall out. And that's how some mushrooms
underneath
work.
Of the head of the mushroom, right?
Yeah, exactly. Not all mushrooms work like that, but so most do. Some mushrooms are truffles, and they don't do that. Like, they grow underground, even the mushroom part. But anyways, and there are psilocybin truffles. They're called philosopher's stones. I've always wanted to try them. I would love to try to grow them. I heard they're very hard to grow. But I've grown a lot of mushrooms. So I've also eaten quite a lot of mushrooms.
Isn't there something online where you can like buy spores online?
Oh yeah, it's legal. You can study them. There's nothing against studying spores.
You're legally
really
allowed to buy the spores. You're just not illegally allowed to pick them, or legally. How does that work?
Well, technically, I think you might even be able to grow them. You just can't sell them or use them for human consumption.
Like poppy seeds or the poppy plants.
Exactly. Or cactus, mescaline cactus.
Like the peyote?
Yeah. Except peyote is legal if you have a membership of the Native American Church and you get it from a sustainably grown source, like a greenhouse. You're not allowed to go out into the desert and pick it. It's endangered. I think it's still endangered.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is like Native American stuff, especially
because
like
it takes a long time for peyote to mature. And in the 60s and 70s, they like basically wiped it out in the desert.
Fucking hippies. JK. People didn't know what they were doing. They were just trying to live their life and expand their mind, but they probably didn't realize, you know.
I feel like they did realize, they just didn't care. Maybe they didn't realize, but when you do that shit, this is why I'm a firm advocate of, if you're ever going to do a drug or do anything, learn about it, study it, see what it is first. Don't try it on a whim.
Yeah, I agree with you with that.
Because that shit is dangerous.
Like, for real. Yes, 100%.
People die like that.
Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
That's why I don't do acid anymore, and I'll never do acid unless I know who makes it or I'm very confident of the source, or I make it.
Yeah, one of my ex-boyfriend's cousin sells a lot of weed and stuff, and he goes to festivals and that, but anytime he goes to he likes to really take a lot of drugs, but when he goes, he has like, what are those things to test if the drugs are real or not, or don't have any like fentanyl in it and stuff?
Fentanyl strips?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, but it's still scary. And I remember one time I went golfing, like, he really likes golf, and we were just going to go to the driving range, and as he was driving me to there, he just kept flailing his arm around, and flailing his arm around, and flailing his arm around. I'm like, dude, are you okay? He's like, sorry, I'm just, like, withdrawing from, like, the festival I was at. I'm like, dude, like...
You're just what?
Flailing his arm around, like he just kept shaking his arm around.
No, what did he
like,
say he was doing it for?
What?
Why did he say he was doing it?
Doing what?
Flailing.
Because he took too many drugs. Like he was just like, he spent
He's
like
nah, man, I did too much dope. It sounds like
yeah, so he was like shaking around and stuff, but like.
I did too much dope and lost my nerve control.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just seeing that. I was like, damn, it's like even worse, like, you know, when you going through alcohol withdrawal.
And dude, that's dangerous.
Shakes. But it was like even worse than that. It was even worse, just like he just kept shaking and shaking.
The worst is
shaking.
The worst.
I was like, wow.
Is opiate, high tolerant opiate. I'm not talking about you take a few Vicodin a day. I'm talking about huge tolerance to opiates. Like you're taking a lot of fentanyl, or you're taking a lot of heroin, or hundreds of milligrams of Oxycontin a day. I'm talking about high dose opiate withdrawal is the worst, in my opinion. I've never gone through really bad alcohol withdrawal, but it is deadly, I know that.
It is. I think the alcohol is one of the most deadliest ones, to be honest.
Because what happens is the alcohol slows down your brain, right? So your brain has to kind of work in overdrive to function when you're drunk, right? Well, if you force your brain to work in overdrive for a very long time because you drink very heavily for a very long time, if you go cold turkey, your brain doesn't just stop working overtime. So what happens is it's called the DT. It doesn't stand for detox. It stands for delirium tremens. Because you can't help but shake and you hallucinate. And your brain is basically working in overdrive and you are very, very high risk for having seizures.
Yeah.
And that's why alcohol withdrawal is so deadly. And I think they're going to find out that huge dose opiate like huge opiate tolerant people, those detoxes will also be deadly. They say you can die from it, but it's a secondary cause. Like your blood pressure shoots up or you have a heart attack or something else, that it's not the actual drug that kills you. But either way, in my opinion, the withdrawal, you're dead because of the withdrawal. No matter what killed you, the withdrawal is how you died, you know? So, but also,
it's your body's reaction, right?
Xanax has the same problem, or any benzodiazepine has the same problem with alcohol. It takes like your brain into overdrive, and when you stop, not the same as alcohol though. I want to preface that alcohol actually sits in the water that your brain sits in. That's why it's so bad for your brain. That's why alcohol is one of the drugs that actually does kill brain cells. Meth is
I heard it kills brain cells, but as soon as you get rehabilitated from it, it'll stop messing with your brain.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But you can't fix your brain.
Yeah, I heard that it's...
You can rewire...
I heard a lot of things, but...
You can rewire your brain, but you can't rebuild it. Sadly, that's the truth. That's why if you're brain dead, they can't keep you on the machines to keep you alive until your brain fixes itself. If you're brain dead, you're dead.
Yeah, I hear that.
Your brain can't heal. If you damage your brain and you lose the ability to speak, you lose the ability to walk, you have a stroke.
I mean, some people go to rehabilitation, but it's like, it depends on how, bad the damages, or, how much your body can function.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right? Right? I don't know.
But...
it's still sad.
Your brain... If you really work hard and you really go for your physical therapy, follow what you're supposed to do, your brain can rewire itself so you can do some of the things that you used to be able to do, like walk.
Yeah.
And talk.
Yeah.
You know, your brain, it's not healing the spots that were injured. It's rewiring around them.
That's another interesting way to see that. I mean, not see it, but I haven't heard that other point of view too. But yeah, that makes sense. It's like figuring out how to still function with the damage that it's gone through.
Exactly, and how to continue. Like, there was this dude in group today that was he was telling people they need to alkalize their body, and I'm like, wait, no, don't do that, that's not good for you. And he's like, what? No, man, you gotta... And I was like, dude, maybe if you're drinking like a gallon of soda pop a day, your body's too acidic, but your body is very balanced. Your body has its own pH stabilizing system that you don't want to fuck with too much. Your blood,
even with your mouth. You know, I was dental assistant for 9 years or whatever.
Your mouth starts even has with mastication.
Yeah.
And most people don't even know what mastication is. They're like, what'd you just say?
Well, for what I know, mastication is a thing of chewing.
It's not just chewing, but it's your saliva mixing with the food. And
yeah.
The enzymes in your saliva start to break it down immediately.
Yeah, with your saliva, it helps to break it down.
And that's why when you get hungry or you smell good food, you drool.
Yeah.
My pup is a perfect example of that. I swear to God, we start making food, we eat our own food, she sits there and drools. Like Pavlov's dog.
You know, kids and teenagers, they drool quite a bit, and then as you get older, you don't have as much saliva production. But I remember just sitting there, just waiting for food, and just starting to drool, or just being like, oh.
Yeah.
And like, I would get so spitty in my mouth. And
Maybe
I worked
it's
with
because
so
I've always
many
smoked
kids,
weed.
dude.
I never
I would like
could.
try to work on their mouths, and they just had so much saliva. I had to put a bunch of cotton rolls, cotton balls.
Yeah,
not cotton
sometimes
balls,
I would
like
have
dental
that.
things. You get
You
me?
know, all the suction.
Suction, and we had to keep the area dry because if the saliva got into where we were trying to fill a cavity or work on something,
Yeah.
it would compromise the area,
Ooh.
and then we had to start all over again.
Yeah, you
We
couldn't
clean
put
it,
the glue
rewash
in there
it.
if the water's in there.
Yeah.
And
That's
like
a big
we were
deal.
talking about, there's enzymes there. It's not just water.
Oh no, there's a lot of things that go with the mouth.
Lots of bacteria, yeah.
And some people have certain enzymes or like certain other things in their mouth, right? And some people produce more saliva than other people.
Hold on a sec.
So
Hold on. I'm
some
about
people
to watch.
are more
I'm
susceptible
about to watch.
passivity.
I'm about to watch a video.
Oh, give me 1 second, Cody. I'm out of the room.
What
This is Japanese shit. Give me a second. I'm in the other room.
It's
ハイラル王に仕えたリト族の戦士にして風を司る賢者であり、風を自在に操るそなたの戦いぶり見事であった。さすがは我が子孫。
Yeah, I'm watching an FMV.
あれは
What's an FMV fan-made video?
元凶であり、
I'll
魔
tell
王
you
に
later.
よって差し向けられた魔王。
It's a cutscene.
その目的は先ほど触れた石。秘跡がそなたの手に渡るのを防ぐことだった。
魔王秘跡？
そう。そなたにとっては戸惑うことも多かろう。だからまず知ってほしいのだ。封印戦争と呼ばれる戦い。そして我が一族の使命を。
That's right.
それは今より遥か遠き
Dude, I'm not watching it, so I don't know the fuck.
この地にハイラル王国が樹立され間もなくのこと。罪なき人々を襲い、その国を滅ぼさんとする凶悪が現れた。それこそ。
This reminds me, I got a message back one of my Japanese friends, because I called him and he was at work, and he was gonna call me back, and you know it's like a 12-hour. You're hella cutting out. We feed my food. Just kidding.
No, it's full. Let me look at
Hello?
this.
Oh, it's clearing up now. It's clearing up now.
Well,
But in a little bit, I am gonna let you go because I do have to mow. Well, I don't have to, but I want to mow my lawn before my creepy neighbor comes home.
oh yeah. So you can mow in comfortable clothes.
Yeah, my neighbor's like in love with me, and
Without
it's
getting
like really weird
stared
because he's
at.
married with kids, and it's gross.
That's even worse. I mean, and he knows you're in a
Well-
relationship. That shows you how much he values. Just sad.
His kids with her are his stepkids, and one time he was really drunk and said, "I'm not allowed to see my kids," and I'm like, oh.
Oh damn! I
And
wonder
then-
what he did.
I mean, you know I like cars and shit, right?
No.
Well, I really like cars and stuff. I used to work at like a tire shop and shit. And I'll talk to my neighbors
I knew
across the
that.
street, and he lives like right next to them, right? So me, him, and his wife will talk. Like my neighbors across the street are really cool. Like, one time she asked if I could take care of her dog, and I did. And then another time, like, I don't know, we can all talk and be fine. Like, she's not even worried about me saying hi to her, like, husband. And then I have another neighbor that's behind me that's Cambodian and Thai mix. And my husband and him exchange food. And, like, I was looking out for him because my creepy neighbor, I was like, dude, you got a no cute girlfriend. Like, watch out for this guy over here. Like, he's...
Yeah.
And he's like,
that's
thank
good.
you. And he told me too, if this guy's being too extra, call me right away and I'll come over. Like, you know, to defend me and my husband's not over. Not that I wouldn't defend myself, but, you know, as a witness and stuff. And this is stupid.
Hopefully to discourage it.
Huh?
hopefully to discourage it.
Yeah, like nobody's gonna. I don't want to do anything, and we've been okay before. And I've told a guy like we're fine, but like I don't know. There's a whole new story about that guy. But I just need I want him on my lawn, and my husband's been doing the most. He's been doing it, but I want to do like extra lawn work, and just get things taken care of because he does work a lot, and like currently I'm not working because just mental shit, but I want to do something. I used to work on the lawn all the time, even when I was working my factory job and stuff, but this guy like came over like hitting on me. He's like, oh, where did this girl come from? She's so cool, blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm not trying to be cool, I'm just trying to do my fucking thing, man. Like,
yeah. Unwanted advances.
Anyways, he's like being the nose, he's being extra, but I feel so bad because like his wife is so cute. She's like a cute redhead, and she's got her kids, and I don't think the guy is a horrible person. I just think he's going through a lot of things, and
yeah.
I try to be understanding, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I don't want to cause any problems, and I used to just freely like clean my car, wash my car, do lawn work, and he just moved in like a year or two ago, and I guess always saw me washing my car, cleaning my car, doing yard work, and he started coming out to me. He's like, "You're a really cool girl," and I'm like, I'm not doing this to be cool.
Yeah.
I'm doing this to be functional. Like, I'm not, like, putting Instagram pics like, I'm cleaning my car, I'm mowing my lawn, I'm edging my driveway, I am picking the weeds. Like, no, I'm doing it because it's just, I gotta do it. And I like my car, I want to take care of it.
Exactly. Yeah, I just put a couple more pictures. I might have put these pictures on the Discord already. Let me look up and
let me see. Discord.
It's in my family.
Let me see.
Oh! No, I didn't. I haven't seen
That is
them
so
really.
cute. It was Shiva. She's so cute. Oh, give me the love poochie.
Oh, holy shit.
My gordita. She's a little chubby one, huh?
Yeah, I know. The vet says you should be able to feel her ribs, but you can't because she's too chubby. That's what Alan called her, my cousin, this morning. He's like, or yesterday when I brought her to the clinic and he saw her, he goes, "Oh, she's a fat little hot dog, isn't she?" Or no, I think he called her a potato.
Potato?
Yeah, he's like, she's a fat little potato, isn't she? Yeah, I asked Hannah.
I called my ham and porco. I told you remember when I was yelling at my cat, I said, jamoncito. That means like ham or little ham.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Well, one is ham and one is porco or pork. So I call them ham and pork, even though that's not their real names. It's Anansi and Astro. But yeah, I call them.
That's a cool name, Astro.
Yeah, well, he likes to jump high in the air, and he's like always like zooming around. And then my other cat, he's really lovey-dovey. He's more chunkier than him because he wasn't the runt. But what I was gonna say, he gets crazy and starts like hopping around on the couches and attacking them and like flying through the air. Like before me and my husband were married, he came over and he was sitting on the couch, and my cat Anansi, or my little ham, started running around on the couch, and he like ricocheted off his face.
That's great. Yeah, cats are crazy sometimes. They get
Yeah,
that
so I
crazy
called him,
energy in them, especially if they get catnip.
Yeah, I give them catnip, and then they have a cat tree that I got. They're 5 years old now, but I got it for them. And the other day I was just cleaning. They have a separate room for themselves. They have like a cat tree and all this other stuff in there. And I was cleaning their cat boxes, and my cat got all excited, and then like in 2 seconds climbed all the way top of the tree, just grabbing it, and he jumped on there and just was looking down at me and like fucking jumped like over 6 feet in the air on the ground and like scattered off. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was standing there with the cat, what is it, the pooper scooper? I'm just like, shit, Jamoncito, he's a big kitty. He's like over 20 pounds, but he just was like, what? And then, wow.
Hold on. I'm typing at the moment.
You're good, man.
I was talking to Hannah. Because I was checking in with her, too. I was just seeing how she was doing. I hadn't heard from her in a while.
She's been around. Oh my god, she loves you. You know that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, Cody's cute. She's like, I love that Cody. I'm like, I love that Cody, too. We're not trying to, like, fucking dick ride, but we know you're a sweet person, so.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you being, like, an unbiased, like, non-asshole, awesome person.
That's why...
XOXO, kiss and left.
What I was talking about earlier, why people in group, they said they could not imagine me getting angry and being mad. Oh, hi, Serena.
Yeah, I've had people... I don't know. I've been through the same thing, because, like, you're a nice person, but when shit happens, sometimes it's like,
Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry about your eye. On the plus side, you do get to wear a cool eye patch like those ones we were talking about. Serena's in chat. I didn't even notice because I didn't have chat up, so I'm glad the participants told me. What you doing, baby girl? Huh? Why don't you come say hi? Come here. Come here. Yeah, come say hi. Say hi, bud. Hi, guys. Hold on, let me put my camera back. See, I was watching a cutscene. I just beat the Wind Temple. And it's in Japanese.
It's just still showing your split screen. Honey.
Oh, there's my girl. I love you. I love you so much. She's such a good girl. Yeah.
Your little poochies.
Oh.
You know the term poochie, like little doggy, little poochies.
Yeah. But she's not a little doggy, she's a big doggy.
Well, all little they're all puppies.
Yeah.
Kitties are kittens.
That's what my dad told me. He said, she's not a puppy anymore. And I said, no, she's my puppy.
She's your baby.
Yeah. She's 2 years old now. Her birthday is 2 days after mine. Oh, my cousin's playing Tears of the Kingdom 2. And my birthday is April. What?
You said your cousin?
He just came online.
Oh. My husband and my stepson have been playing Tears of the Kingdom. It's pretty wild. I really love the graphics and what you can do, and like implementing all the like combining different things to make your own like weapons or like the things you need. I think it's really fucking awesome. I haven't been playing video games this much, but I just think it's amazing. I like to watch them a lot. And my stepson still plays Fortnite, which is alright.
I told Hannah she could call in if she wants to, but she just woke up, so she said maybe later.
Who?
Hannah. But
oh, Hannah.
yeah, but we'd have to go to the public one.
Yeah.
Unless you called her and made it a three-way call, I guess.
Well, like I said though, I got to, but I wanna do some yard. Let me see if it's gonna rain though, cause I don't wanna go in the rain. Rain for at least 60 minutes. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck my life. Alright, I guess I'm gonna do inside housework.
I keep.
Wow, we're supposed to get storms and shit.
I keep trying to close Discord, and I remembered like, oh shit. Hi, Tokido. Good to see you.
Alright, I mean, I guess since it's raining.
Hey, no talking shit on anyone.
Nobody's talking shit.
Alright.
I love you, Cody. No one's gonna be talking shit.
Okay.
You know Hannah's my wife, right?
Yeah.
My online wife. My husband admitted the other day, he's like, Hannah can be my wife too.
Sometimes Alyssa, or not Alyssa, Allison.
Do you want to join on a Discord call? I mean, we don't have to do it on your channel. We could do it on any channel. We could do it on the Legal Eagle or...
Well, it's up to Hannah. She said she just woke up, so she didn't. So maybe later. But I'm gonna watch the rest of this cutscene. That's what I was getting at. It's a FMV is a cutscene that's a movie.
Okay, I'm all about it. I'm here to watch it.
And it's in Japanese, so I gotta read the subtitles. I turned it on Japanese, even though the English voice actors aren't bad. I just like Japanese to see what they originally say.
Yeah, I'm more into subs than the dubs.
Yep.
You know.
魔王だがそれに対抗すべく初代ハイラル国王ラウルと6人の戦士が立ち上がったラウルは魔王と戦うための術としてあるものを我らに渡したそれが秘跡持つ者の力を倍化させる秘宝だ我もその一人風の賢者として奇跡を携え戦いを望むしかし奴は強大であった我が翼をもってして隙をつけぬ速さ無尽蔵の魔力ついに国王ラウルは魔王を倒すことはできないと悟り己を犠牲にして封印することで戦いを終わらせる選択をしたのだ
Like in the middle of Tokyo, it's kind of crazy. Now he's a high priest, and he still works. Besides that, he's an abolitionist. He like works on trimming trees and stuff. Yeah, he's a high priest.
そのしばらくの後、ある人物が我が元を訪れ、リト族の使命を
Rauru knew he was gonna die.
6人の賢者が一人、時の賢者だ。
Yeah, this game's so interesting.
魔王の封印はいずれ解け復活します。その時、剣士リンクには対抗する力が必要です。どうか力を、風を司るリト族の力を貸してください。
我らになすべきことが定まった瞬間だった。
魔王討伐は我らの宿願。我がリトの一族は魔王復活の時再び風の賢者として目覚め剣士リンクと共に戦うことを誓おう
So she's still around. She got trapped in the past.
これが封印戦争のすべてと我が一族の使命。そなたらの活躍でリトの村は救われた。しかし魔王復活は近い。我が子孫チューリオ、どうかこの奇跡を継承し、我が時の賢者と交わした約束、剣士リンクと共に戦う力、果たしてほしい。
Sorry. You did it again. Papao? Get a papao?
リンクと共に戦うのがオイラの使命や。
Ya, vete. Okay, he's going away. I have foam sandals and I'll just take it up in the air like a
オイラすっ
old...
ごく嬉しいよ。ご先祖様から大事な使命を託してもらえて、しかもそれがリンクと一緒に戦うことだなんて。このまま放っておいたら世界は大変なことになっちゃうんでしょ。そんなことはさせない。オイラ喜んでこの秘跡を受け継ぐよ。オイラは風の賢者。見て、これが賢者の力だよ。リンク、手を出して。風の賢者、チューリの名において君と共に戦うことを誓うよ。受け取って、これがその証だ。
You put it on like the lowest setting. You put it
the easy.
The time. DJ easy mode. Yeah. We didn't grow up with strategy guides. Shit, you remember that?
Yeah, we had strategy guides that were books.
Books, but like in the early '90s and shit. And then...
Oh, cool! I get a ring for every sage's ability. And that's what the sage stones are for. That's why they haven't been able to upgrade anything. What?
Downpouring on it. I'm glad. I was charging up the.
Oh shit! I forgot to put chat on again, because I was watching the cutscene.
Oh, it's okay. I'm sorry.
Sorry, chat.
No, I was about to like mow the lawn and I just checked the weather again and now it's downpouring, so I'm glad I'm not outside being a dumbass. And I have an electric one. My lawn is not that big, so I bought it like 4 or 5 years ago. I got 3 battery packs for it, and I was charging them. But hey, we need the rain. Everything's all crispy and dry out, you know. And Michigan even has been had forest fires because we're really close to Canada. We're like right there. So, we haven't been affected by those fortunately. I do like the real people though. They're cool.
Yeah. My goatee was getting longer than the rest of my beard, and I was like, I could keep it going and braid it, and then I'm like, nah, I cut my hair, I might as well cut my goatee. No, I held on to it and threw it in the trash. I didn't just throw it. What the fuck?
That's precious, you're funny.
Yeah, I'm just cutting my beard and... My dog throws her. My dog gets her fur everywhere. I might as well too.
Oh. Dude, I said my husband and my stepson like fucking shed worse than my damn cats.
Yeah, and I used to have really long hair too, so.
But I have longer hair than them. I just know where to like keep it and contain it.
Yeah. I also agree. Like, a lot of times I'll just put it on the wall of the shower instead of letting it go down the drain and throw it away.
And then you just kind of like grab it after. I
Yeah.
just the toilet paper, get away, and like.
Yeah.
You know.
And I remember my ex, one time I would, when my ex and I wouldn't shower together, I would like write notes and hair on the shower wall.
I mean, I like to do cochina stuff too, but like.
Like, I'd write "I love you" in my long hair, because my hair was long. It was like almost down to the middle of my back.
There you go. Aw, Cody.
We were crazy, dude. We were in our early 20s.
I used to drop pee-pees everywhere. The last time I drew some pee-pees everywhere, me and my husband, when we first started dating, we went to the store before COVID happened. You know those sparkle pillows where it's like sequins, you flip them one way and flip them
Yeah,
one way,
and you can move, it's a picture one way and just nothing the other way.
Yeah.
Like those Nicolas Cage pillows.
Like, we're in our 30s, like, drawing pee-pees on pillows and like,
It never gets old. They did it on Mars too.
They drew a pee-pee on Mars?
Yeah, although I don't think it was actually on purpose. I don't think it was actually on purpose, but they did. Man, why does my chat keep getting...
I mean, I don't think she wants to hear it, but,
yeah, I had kind of an anxiety attack and cut it short, Serena. Mine.
My hair was like 3 feet long, and then I started having psoriasis really bad. All my hair was falling out.
Oh, that's
now I have to give myself injections every 2 months. Because I started getting like overbuild. Like, it's basically your immune system attacking itself. So I started getting all these like patches on my head, on my neck, on my arms, on my hands, all over my body, and my hair was all falling out. And like, you've seen pictures of me. My hair's pretty nice, but like it was falling out, and I was trying to regrow back my hair. In November, like of 2020, I think, or 2019, I chopped my hair off.
Serena had hers down to her knees, but mine never got that long. Mine never got past the small of my back. Like Charlie's hair right now is the longest mine ever got.
Yeah.
What do you mean there's a person at my front door?
Who?
It's a mailman. Or a mailwoman.
Oh, I thought you were talking about us.
That's a
I was like,
flag.
what?
That's a car. No, my Ring doorbell. I'm looking at my Ring doorbell motions. Hey, Dad? Yeah. Did you check the mail? It's here. It's here. I forgot. I was looking up something that I was talking about earlier. I forgot what it was. Oh shit! H3's been on for an hour.
Which is like so bizarre, dude. Like, get your own place. Why would you want to live with? You want your own space? This time.
I forgot he had a doctor's appointment today, so they did it early.
A lot of people cringing over the way that he's handling accusations of grooming with kids.
So Cody, if Hannah wants to come back, do you want her to come out of the Discord, or
What?
Want us to come? Is she part of your Discord?
Who?
Hana.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's on your Discord, correcto?
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know. She just changed her name to Video. What is this Toki Goki shit?
Jesus.
I don't think she's on there. Or do you want to do it on a different Discord?
Well, I don't know. Maybe she isn't on there.
What?
I said I don't know. Maybe she's not on there. We could just do it on a private one too, but she doesn't want to talk right now. I don't think. She said I told her to let me know if she wants to.
No, she's the what Discord chat you guys are on. She just wants to know. So, do you wanna? We could do it on my Discord if you want, or like her Discord, the one with the eagle. It's up to you.
Well,
do you want to be an eagle or do you want to be a bloody queefer? Let me know.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. We can do it in my Discord on the live chat since I've already got a channel set up for it.
Alright, you just gotta invite her. You know?
Wait. Oh yeah, I had to.
She's not on there, honey.
But she never told me.
Oh, she is on there! Oh, she is on there. Yeah, we can do it on your channel. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm being a fucking cunt. I didn't realize that she was on there. Okay. So I'm gonna let go of I'm gonna sign off with our Discord or our chat, and then we'll go into yours, your live,
Yeah.
right? Yep.
And then anyone who wants to can come into that one.
Hell yeah! Everyone's invited.
What's
Love
the
you,
matter, baby girl?
Okay.
It's not time for dinner yet. Well, I'm on here. Hey, what's up?
Hey, dude. I'm messaging content. Hey!
Wait, hold on. Am I going to you guys? Really bad?
No. Oh man, I completely mistyped or misspelled that typing, and I had bad grammar too.
Oh, Cody, I miss you. Oh, sweet little Cody.
Hi. We're on
I don't miss you. I don't miss you. I talk to you all the time.
Wifey!
Yes.
We are on live, bitch. I love you.
I know.
Bitch, I love you.
Oh yeah, if you didn't know, we are live.
Yes. Well, I do miss Cody. I said I miss Cody. I just talked to you like 5 minutes ago.
Well, yeah.
Oh, no.
But I hadn't seen you in a minute, and I also hadn't been going to as many streams lately. Honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know why, I just haven't. And I really don't like the Twitch chat. I mean, it'd be cool if the Twitch chat came in on the YouTube chat, but every time it's like moderator, Twitch chat, blah 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 blah. Then the person, then what they said, and it takes up so much room, and it feels like spamming, and it feels like I should ban it.
Yeah, I went on there and I saw it, and it just like yeah, it feels a little impersonal, you know, or whatever. Something is disconnected, you know. So I don't love it. I don't love it either lately. I haven't been going. It's kind of like I'm trying to break a habit because I'd be like watching the show and then I'd maybe drink more than I wanted to stay up and watch it. And Lord knows I'm drinking.
Same with me. I'm about to smoke more. But hold on, I gotta take a piss.
Okay.
You guys entertain each other.
My back is killing me.
I've been telling you to use Tasha, use Tiger Balm, use Bengay.
No, I got
Pride Month.
I got
Bengay, it's Pride Month.
I got all bent last night. I got all Tiger Bombed out last night, and it kind of hurts more because I think it's loosening up, but oh, I don't know. Tiger Bomb hurts so bad when you get it in your eyes. Oh my god.
Well, why are you putting it in your eyes?
I'm a sloppy person. I don't know. Band-Aid, Patina. Patina.
Are you gonna do the grateful?
Please. Oh shit. I go. Oh, wait. Okay, that sounds good, dude. It was good on my back.
We're gonna kill.
Okay, go. You go. Your turn. You go.
I don't know if Cody wants to do grateful.
I don't care. We're doing this. It's making my back feel good.
Well, I'm gonna start with the massage and maybe go into the hot bath. I like your daughter's grateful stream. But yeah, dude, even standing in the shower with hot, like, as much hot water you can tolerate, it'll like help smooth your back and the muscles and stuff. And then ibuprofen helps. It's a muscle relaxer. It's an anti-inflammatory.
That's my job. Oh my god. You gotta give me a snap outfit. Frosty's giving me tough love.
Well, that's what Frosty's there for. That's what he's there for. Is he go back to work? I love that Frosty.
Got my.
Yeah, he's my
Yeah? What?
Hold on.
Is that a metal drum? Oh my god, my sister got one of those last Christmas. They're really cool.
Something's wrong with the. You already broke it, so it's not working on it right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
something's
lost
wrong.
my bag of
Oh.
tobacco. I can't find it.
I need to find my vape. I'll be back.
Alright, I'm back, guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
Check this out.
She's doing that because I was telling them that I got some girl with other customers. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we all were doing our, I guess the next ones we were doing our grateful. Oh, is this what is that?
Dang, dude. Ethan's already done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well?
See you next Tuesday is already done. He's got a doctor's appointment today. And I thought I had a doctor's appointment today as well. Late one. It's at 4:30, but it's tomorrow. Oh yeah. Excuse me. I was washing my hands, and I was like, I knew I was washing my hands for a reason. It's because I'm rolling a split.
Well, you need to wash your hands. It's very important.
Well, yeah, because I went to the bathroom.
Yeah, you know how many people don't? Oh wow, it's downpouring again. We're gonna get like torrential rain showers. I can't wait.
Oh. Sheba doesn't like the smoke. When I got the paper out, she straight jumped off the seat next to me. Which is good, because I don't want her next to me when I'm smoking. Hate to be like that, but it's the way it is, you know?
You can't see my costume.
No, but you can say hi. Say hi? They can't see the costume, no. Say hi to Vanessa.
Goo-goo.
Oh no. Not Goo-goo.
Goo-goo.
No Goo-goo. Okay.
Cody, look at your chat really quick.
Oh shit. I keep taking it off. Every time I switch back and forth, and I have to put it back to live. It always live. Hold on.
Look in your YouTube chat because it's ridiculous. I'm not doing anything.
Like, I don't understand. I'm sorry, Serena, but I didn't even, she only said something to you once.
Well, she's gone apparently.
Like, I don't know, but we've got to be able to handle this stuff like adults. Like, I've not heard her talk about anyone. So,
I don't talk about anybody.
yeah, so I don't have any reason to feel like chat's being interrupted or abused. But no, I fucking forgot what I was talking about before. Cause I'm just, yeah, I don't know either, Torpedo. Wait. Tokitos are chips, right?
Tokido?
Yeah.
It looks like...
No, wait, they're those little,
It's taquitos, not Tokido. What the hell is a Tokido?
they're those little, like, wrapped in, some kind of small tortilla with a little bit of, like, shredded meat and beans inside or something. Like a cheap microwave, kind of like a Hot Pocket or something. For the toaster oven, I guess.
Oh, that's Tostinos. That's Tostinos.
I think they make them, yeah.
Yeah.
And, where'd Hannah go?
Oh, I didn't even know she was.
Sorry. Cora was like Googling. Googling at the
Hey,
computer.
Cody, look in Look in your Discord.
Hold on, let me finish rolling this. Or breaking this out.
Well, what I think is, whatever just happened, I think maybe, we should just move on. Whatever it was. You know, and I wish everybody would try to get along with each other. It freaking sucks, man. But I don't know.
I didn't do anything, man.
No, I didn't see you do anything. I'm not saying that. It's just a bummer for, like, yeah, all of it. Ugh. Anyway, but I'm not saying anything to you right now.
And with how fragile my mental health is, dude, I cannot get involved in other people's stuff.
That's how I feel about it. Like, it's like my one,
way too much for me.
I'm talking to Phantom, you know, all the time, and she's like, help me through all this shit, you know, like, and I'm really not good at talking on the phone and stuff, and so, like, I just wish that, you know what I mean? It's just crazy that, I don't, you know, I don't want to get all wild into it, but just,
I'm not gonna say anything back.
Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it really, but yeah, just yeah, it sucks. I don't like friends fighting with each other. It sucks. I'm not loving it. It sucks.
I'm not asking how she's doing either.
Okay, but let's not even. She
said, don't ask me how I'm doing. Leave me alone. And
okay. I know, but obviously.
That's stupid, and Cody doesn't want to deal with this. That's dumb.
So let's just move on.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. We can just move on.
I don't want to talk about this on the live. So.
Yeah, let's just move on. It's like, oh.
She's still my friend. She can block me if she wants. She's still my friend.
Okay. You guys want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys a joke.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the one joke I know. No! God, okay, let me talk. Okay.
Sounds like a xylophone.
You let what? Here's my joke. Okay, so it's been a long time. Okay, so there's this koala bear walking down the street. She's like walking down like a busy street in like downtown Los Angeles, and he's got all this fucking money hanging out of his pouch. It's like he's like loaded, dude. He just got his stimulus, okay? And like this prostitute sees him, and she's like, that fucking koala bear is rich. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna take him upstairs. I'm gonna do him right, get that money. And so they go up there and they're just fucking pounding for hours, this koala bear and this prostitute. She really, you know, he really turns her out. She really turns him out. And she's like, afterwards, he gets up to leave. And he's still got all the money in his pouch. And she's like, where do you think you're going? And he's like, I gotta go, babe. I'm fucking out of here. And she's like, well, I guess you don't know. Oh, hold on. Oh my God, damn it. Oh my God, God damn it.
That happens.
Okay. So yeah, they're really going at it. They're up in the dirty hotel and yeah, hours, dude. And he gets up to leave and he's like, I gotta go, babe. I'm fucking out of here. And she's like, well, I guess you didn't know what I am. He's like, no. I mean, what are you? I'm a koala bear. She's like, I'm a prostitute. He's like, that's a prostitute. She's like, let me see if I could find the dictionary. She opens the the drawer of the hotel and like surprisingly there's a dictionary in there. And she said, look it up, prostitute. Prostitute. Oh, prostitute. Oh, woman that does sexual favors for money. And he's like, well, you don't know what I am. And she said, no, what are you? He's like, well, I'm a koala bear. Look it up. She looks it up. Koala bear, koala bear. Small, hairy bear that eats bush and leaves. That's it.
Cody,
Yeah,
hey Cody, can you
got
check
it.
your DM really quick? It's nothing bad.
Yeah, hold on.
Stupid ass shit.
You're supposed to laugh at my hilarious joke, Vanessa.
I laughed.
It's okay, people are meaning. If you try to dox me or come at me, you know,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, it's okay, Serena. You don't have to leave.
Aye. Don't worry.
But, and also with Phantom, we don't have to, you guys can just like ignore each other. We don't have to have, yeah. We can be adults and both enjoy the stream since there's so little of us.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, yeah, anyway.
That's why Jen's not your friend anymore. Anyway.
Okay, stop. You gotta stop.
Yeah, Phantom, you
Okay,
gotta
I
stop
know.
antagonizing her.
Okay. It's a dead issue, you know?
Nobody's bullying nobody.
Okay. Can we change the subject?
Yep.
Okay, did you go fishing?
Yeah, I did good. I did
Have
go
to.
fishing. I almost caught a bass, and I did like, I guess it's called like cast line or catch it quick enough. So you're supposed to like wait for the fish to get the line, and then you're supposed to reel it in really quick. And I didn't catch it quick enough, so the bass got away. And then after that, I almost got attacked by a swan, and then I was getting after my stepson for almost like falling into the nastiest pond water more than once. Deep pond water.
You have to like club the fish on the head when you pull it up. You have to like club it with something.
You don't club it. We don't club any fish.
Well, that's what I do. Is that when you reel them in, you hit him over the head with something.
No! What the hell are you talking about? We don't club any fish.
Do you throw them back?
Yeah. Sometimes we keep some of the fish, like a couple times a year, but we're not like hitting them over the head. We catch and release.
That's what they do out here when they're fishing in the ocean out here. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Okay,
We
hold
used
on.
to catch them to eat them
Okay.
down at the lake. Oh, what's the matter, pup? You wanna go outside? Huh? Okay, come on. Hold on, guys. I gotta let my pup out.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm back. I gotta charge my lighter. My lighter and my flashlight. That's what makes it
my
tactical.
husband bought a Snoop Dogg lighter. It was a special edition bit, and it said Snoop Dogg World. It was cute.
That's a Bic?
Yeah, it's a Bic. It's like a special edition Bic, but it's got a longer torch on the top, where like the flame comes out.
What happens when it runs out of fluid?
I don't think you can refill it. It kind of sucks. I'd rather get ones you can refill. You know?
Mm-hmm. That's why I like my electric lighters.
Isn't there like some kind of, there's like some kind of survival flashlight that like you can set things on fire with it?
Oh yeah.
Is that real?
They make flashlights that can like instantly set stuff on fire.
It's fucking wild.
Let me see. I haven't charged it in a really, really long time. I don't even know if it'll come on.
Wait, is that what yours is?
That's what this is. It's a laser.
Why aren't more people like fighting each other with them? You know, you think you hear like people like.
Because it takes an enormous amount of energy to set them off. Shouldn't be doing this with my eyes, and I shouldn't be doing it in front of the camera. Oh, it didn't burn through it. Holy shit, I'm surprised. But yeah, if I leave it, like, it would burn the shit out of me. If I turned this on and had my hand here, it would instantly burn me.
I wonder if people smoke like. I know that sounds horrible, but you know what I mean? Like.
They have stuff like that at the end of medical equipment to cauterize things. Like a lot of times they'll have like ceramic tips too. And they do have lasers that can like pretty much fuck anything up in their path, and they are not in the visible light spectrum, and they can pump out so much of this energy, like they can knock down trees, take that shit out. Imagine it would take out a company of men, like with one push of a button. They'd all just vaporize. I think they might be illegal. There might be some non-lethal ones that are made to just raise the temperature to like 110, 115 degrees so people will want to leave, but I don't know. So I just beat the wind. The boss of the Wind Temple. That was a really cool fucking boss.
Yeah.
Is that a bird?
Yeah, he's a Rito.
What?
A Rito. R-I-T-O.
It's like you were saying like taquito. Because my daughter changed my name on YouTube to Taquito because I'm not even doing on here anymore.
Oh, that's why I was worried with the fuck. I'm like, what the fuck is the taquito?
No, I let her. She's the one that puts the videos on there all the time, so I just let her do it, you know. And so that's a Rito. That's like also a Mexican food.
Damn,
it's
that's a
taquito.
long time to
Taquito,
heal.
not torpedo. Torpedo. It's taquitos.
I hope your eye heals well. That reminds me of like Jeff Wittick having to have surgery after surgery on his. So yeah, this is like, he's basically the current sage of Dorito. And he's like the new kind of savior of the village, basically, and his people.
Oh, it's a boy.
Yes.
It's very feminine.
Yeah, it's hard to tell with most of the other races. In fact, the Gorons, I don't even think have a female race. Or have a female, gender. No, I think I can immediately upgrade that because I have 4 sage stones. And that's it's a really useful one. Let's see how I can use it.
The zookeeper is so cute. This is a little wingman. She's so cute. Or she, I don't even care. I don't care about the gender, but they're so adorable. I like that you get them as a special power. Happy fly. I don't know spoil shit for you.
With that one dude I just got, his power helps me glide. It kind of helps me fly when I'm gliding. And that's why I was thinking I might upgrade his, because that might be one of the most useful skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so fucking tired.
It's all good, dude. You were up early this morning.
Yeah, I had to get all that stuff. I'm lucky because my alarm didn't go off, so I had to get all that stuff for group this morning because we had men's group and we had breakfast. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream and play this in my bed maybe and go to sleep. Try to get some sleep in before the live tonight if I don't accidentally sleep through it. But I love you guys. I appreciate you all coming. I really do. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for like talking and shit, Cody. You're adorable. I love you forever.
Me too. Let's see which one. I guess I'll do this one first.
Okay, bye guys. Bye,
Thanks.